Pacers win in overtime, and the Knicks were never able to recover, losing the Eastern Conference Finals last year in 6 games. Jalen Brunson was asked about that after practice yesterday. Does Game 1 last year put emphasis on not taking the foot off the gas?
Yeah, definitely. And obviously I think it happened this year as well when we played Atlanta. No, we let our foot off the gas. Even in Game 1 we won, but also Game 2 obviously we lost. And so it's something that we need to continue to get better at, and I think we have, but we can't be satisfied.
Brunson was asked how much last year's Eastern Conference Finals weighs on him.
I mean, I've thought about it, but like every journey is different. Every year is different. You know, you have to kind of restart and reset. Yes, you learn from it. You're very disappointed in the result, but you move forward.
Time now for movement in the Eastern Conference, presented by Total Ortho and Sports Medicine. The Knicks won their first-round series against the Atlanta Hawks in 6 games. They fell behind 2-1 and won the final 3 games, each by double digits. And then, of course, the Knicks swept the 76ers in 4 games in round number 2. It's been a more challenging path to this point for the Cavaliers. They were taken to 7 games in round 1 by the Toronto Raptors, winning a Game 7 on their home floor. And then they had to win a Game 7 on the road Sunday night in Detroit to get to the Eastern Conference Finals here tonight. That was movement in the Eastern Conference, presented by Total Ortho and Sports Medicine. Total Ortho Express offers walk-in orthopedic care from leading specialists across Long Island. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com. Here's Josh Hart after practice yesterday. Is he looking forward to the atmosphere here at Madison Square Garden for tonight's game number 1?
Always, man. They always come out and show love, and it's always one of the best. It's definitely the best, atmosphere in the league.
Hart also talked about feeding off of the energy here at the Garden.
It's hard not to. Obviously, you always want to be at home, be in the Garden, do those kind of things, and you feed off of that energy. And it's fun when the Garden's going, especially during this time, man. There's nothing like it.
This time of year is one of the best in New York sports, especially when the Knicks are deep into the playoffs, and Jalen Brunson knows what it means to represent this team and this city on this stage.
I don't take it for granted. It means the world to me. I mean, this place has done wonders for myself and my family. Yeah, I don't take it for granted, not one bit.
This Thursday, tune into MSG at 7 p.m. to get Knicks pregame coverage for Game 2 against the Cavs, and then tune back in after the game for all things postgame on MSG or stream on the Gotham Sports app. We'll take another break here on New York Knicks game night. Still to come, we'll give you the starting lineup, let you know if OG Anunoby is in or if he's out tonight. And we'll also look at the all-star guard matchup between Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals coming up from the world's most famous arena. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Did your dog just get groomed? She's got a pep in her step.
Actually, she's gotten famous. She's one of 18 dogs on the New Jersey Dog Scratch-Offs from the New Jersey Lottery.
What?
Yeah, New Jersey voted, and 18 dogs were chosen.
Well, look at her.
It's gone to her head a bit.
Play the New Jersey Dog Scratch-Offs, featuring 18 real New Jersey dogs and a top prize of $200,000.
Oh, are you a famous doggy? Yes, you are.
Must be 18 years old to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a Thrivewell location near you. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
Welcome back to the Knicks pregame show, brought to you by Amazon Hub Delivery. Pat O'Keefe with you at Madison Square Garden, getting you set for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Opening tip about 30 minutes away. Time for a bonus edition of this date in Knicks history. May 19th, 1995, the Knicks go into a hostile Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, and they leave with a 92-82 victory, forcing a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference semifinals. New York's defense held the Pacers to 35% shooting. And it's now time for the Knicks starting lineup, brought to you by the Parisman firm. And the question that Knicks fans have been asking for a week and a half, will OG Anunoby be ready for the Eastern Conference Finals? The answer is yes. Anunoby is back and in the starting 5, along with Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, and of course, Jalen Brunson. That was the Knicks starting lineup, brought to you by the Parisman firm. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call the Parisman firm now at 718-WORKERS and get the justice you deserve. The Parisman firm, where your case is their cause. For Kenny Atkinson, the head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, he will start Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, his all-star backcourt, with Evan Mobley, Dean Wade, and Jarrett Allen up front. Here is Donovan Mitchell on facing the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, me and my fiance joked that we'd be at home regardless, right? So we might as well play some basketball while we're at the crib. So, no, it's going to be special for sure, but they are a talented team. Obviously, it starts with Jalen Brunson and Cat, but Mikal and OG have been phenomenal. Josh Hart, you look at their bench, has been great. So we know them, obviously, but I think the biggest thing is they've been off. They got a bunch of rest, so we got to be ready to go from the jump, from Game 1. And to that point is, yeah, it's great. I get to play at home, woo, but, doesn't matter. We got to be locked in and ready to go. And, I know we will be, and they're a tough team, and we're excited.
And it's time now for the Coach's Report, brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Donovan Mitchell, of course, a New York native, grew up in Elmsford in Westchester County and attended Greenwich Country Day, where he was a high school basketball star before heading to Louisville. Knicks head coach Mike Brown yesterday was asked about the matchup of all-star guards Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, with a spot in the NBA Finals on the line.
It should be fun. I mean, it should be fun. It should be, entertaining. There's a lot of storylines for you guys to write about. I think it's good for you guys, and it's good for the fans maybe, but at the end of the day, especially when you get this far in the playoffs, you're going to have stars on either team, and it makes for a good storyline, but at the end of the day, it's not anything that we think, or at least that I think much about.
And that was the Coach's Report, brought to you by Michelob Ultra. The superior game meets superior taste. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the NBA. Jalen Brunson yesterday described his respect and admiration for Donovan Mitchell.
The utmost respect. Gotten to know him since really maybe my first year. We had mutual friends. The dude works really hard, loves the game. I think he approaches it the right way. Just got a lot of respect for him.
So that was Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell matching up today. Josh Hart was asked what he learned about defending Donovan Mitchell when the Knicks and the Cavs met in the playoffs 3 years ago.
I don't know. I mean, he's an extremely talented, offensive player. He takes tough shots, but he has the talent and the ability to make those tough shots. So, yeah, I don't think I learned anything about myself. I feel like I'm a good player, I'm a good defender, and obviously as a competitor, you want, have, tough matchups like that to compete against the best.
And that playoff matchup 3 years ago is the subject of By the Numbers, brought to you by BetMGM. The Knicks and the Cavs met in round 1 of the 2023 playoffs. The Knicks were the 5 seed. Cleveland was the number 4 seed, and the Knicks won the series 4-1. They out-rebounded the Cavs by an average of 45-37 per game. That was a huge factor in the series. That was only 3 years ago, but only 5 guys of the 10 who started game 1 of that series are still with their respective teams. On the Knicks side, Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson. And on the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. That was By the Numbers, brought to you by BetMGM. Own your moment. Make it legendary. Download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800 gambler. We'll take another break on our hour-long edition of New York Knicks Game Night. Still to come, I'll check in with Monica McNutt, her thoughts on the series as a whole, and, of course, keys to tonight's Game 1. Coming up next, more on OG Anunoby's return and what the Knicks were able to accomplish in the 2 games that he had to miss last series. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 6/1/2060. Dealer for warranty details.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden on the Knicks pregame show, brought to you by Amazon Hub Delivery. Pat O'Keefe getting you set for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we've got one more this date in Knicks history for you. 26 years ago, May 19th, 2000, the Knicks forced a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference semifinals, rallying from an 18-point second quarter deficit to defeat the Miami Heat 72-70 at Madison Square Garden. Allen Houston led the way with 21 points. The Knicks would go on to win that series in 7, advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals, which until last year had been their last trip to the Eastern Conference Finals. But now they are here for a second consecutive season. The lights are out at the world's most famous arena as the teams are getting set to take the floor for pregame warmups. And that for the Knicks includes OG Anunoby, who has had 12 days to rest his strained right hamstring since he injured it late in Game 2 of the second-round series against the 76ers. The Knicks won Games 3 and 4 without Anunoby. Before tonight's game, Mike Brown described what the Knicks defense was able to accomplish even without Anunoby.
The guys did a good job of it, you know, when he was out against Philly. And it's definitely going to take that type of focus and effort and some with the way that these guys are built offensively.
Now, Kenny Atkinson, the head coach of the Cavaliers, also spoke with the media just a short time ago. Many have described the Cavs as, quote-unquote, massive underdogs in this Eastern Conference Finals, and Atkinson was asked if that is a rallying cry for his team.
Well, I read all your guys' stuff, so, you know, it was McManaman. He was the only one that picked us, I think. So, so I get it. Listen, this is I don't feel disrespected, right? I think I get it. They're playing great basketball. Massive rest advantage. We get that. So it's not like I'm mad or anything. I get it. But, you know, like I said, we got to find a way to halt their momentum. I mean, they have great momentum coming into this series, and got to find a way.
There was a thought that if the Knicks did get to the Eastern Conference Finals, their opponent would be the Detroit Pistons, to whom they lost all 3 of their regular season meetings, all of those lopsided defeats for the Knicks. The Pistons, a tough, hard-nosed, physical team, but they lost in 7 games, dropping a 30-point game in Game 7 on their home floor to the Cavaliers. Yet Kenny Atkinson says that the Knicks are just as strong and just as physical as Detroit.
Same thing. Maybe not in the same form, right? I don't, not the full court stuff probably as much, but in the half court, they got big, strong guys, and they're super physical. I watched some of that Atlanta series. I think that was one of the keys to them beating Atlanta. Turning that series around. I felt like they got more physical. Good thing is we have, right, like what you said, Joe. Like we have 2 series where we're dealing with that. For 48 minutes, basically, and so, but we're not coming in here saying, oh, this is, the Knicks they're a very physical team. Definitely saw that on film.
This is the Knicks pregame show brought to you by Amazon Hub Delivery, and this building is about to get loud as this crowd is hyped up. They've been waiting a week and a half for the Knicks to take the floor again after their second-round series sweep against the Philadelphia 76ers. So Kenny Atkinson was asked how he makes sure that his voice is heard in a hyped-up Madison Square Garden.
Well, you know what it is? It's usually the music, although the Garden's pretty good, right? Like they do a little more classic music, music I like. But, some of these arenas, it's like, the timeout and the music's playing, you're like, I'm not even going to say anything until the music, it's crazy. So, but listen, we came out of 2 hot stops. Toronto's got a great environment. That Game 7 in Detroit was, in the beginning, until we got off to that good start, that was this, incredible environment. So, we do have experience, playing in these environments.
Kenny Atkinson, head coach of the Cavaliers, who have just taken the floor to a chorus of boos here at Madison Square Garden. Atkinson, Long Island native from St. Anthony's High School in Huntington, 1 round away from leading his team to the NBA Finals, as are the New York Knicks. We'll take another break here on New York Knicks Game Night. When we come back, Monica McNutt will join me to set the stage for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Knicks and the Cavs. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
It's the playoffs. Knicks fans, get in on all the postseason action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every matchup mean more than ever with the best daily promotions in the business. Plus, enjoy thousands of casino games with BetMGM Casino in New Jersey. Download today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Replacing your home's AC system isn't exactly pocket change. Let's be real. Most people don't have thousands of dollars just lying around. And that's why Sloman's makes staying cool affordable. Right now, Sloman's central air conditioning makes it easier than ever to upgrade without blowing your budget. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% financing for up to 18 months. Plus, every new system comes with a 5-year all-inclusive service plan, including annual system maintenance, filter replacements, and refrigerant. So there are no surprise costs down the road. Whether your system is outdated, your electric bills are through the roof, or your AC finally called it quits, Sloman's has a solution that works and a payment plan that actually makes sense. Call 516-932-7000. That's 516-932-7000. Or visit ac.slomans.com to schedule your free estimate today. Sloman's Central Air Conditioning. Because comfort shouldn't come with a price you can't afford. 18-month promo period. No payment, no interest, and no down payment offer. The offer is available through a third-party bank. On approved credit, interest is waived if loan is repaid in full during the same as cash period. Terms and conditions apply.
And welcome back to Madison Square Garden on the Knicks pregame show, brought to you by Amazon Hub Delivery. We are counting down to tip-off of the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1 between the Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we say hello to Monica McNutt, who is on the call tonight with Tyler Murray. Monica is rested and refreshed, just like the Knicks are, as they haven't played in 9 days. So with that in mind, Monica, as you look at this matchup, Knicks-Cavs, what are the biggest things that you're watching in this series?
Well, the first thing to keep an eye on is turnovers for me. In the last series versus the Sixers, the number was 81-56 in terms of points off of turnovers in favor of the Knicks. So if the Cavs come in here flinging a basketball all over the place like they did through, 4 games in that last series versus Detroit, the Knicks have made a great habit of making teams pay for turnovers.
Knicks last played on May 10th. The Cavs last played just 2 days ago. It was a Game 7 in Detroit. So where do you stand on the rest versus rust conversation?
I want everybody to shut up, Pat, because I think it's stupid and it's very annoying. I mean, do you really think any NBA team ever would say, no, I do not want to pack up my personal series in 4 games when one of my key guys might have a little hamstring thing going on, while my opponent goes to a 7-game series that is a little bit of a slugfest? No, never. That's not going to happen. So everybody shut up. It's stupid. I don't want to talk about that anymore. In fact, I also think that this team has crossed a new threshold in terms of their accountability and their maturity to one another. One of the things that was a common refrain during that Atlanta series, and even reared its head again in the Philadelphia series in the best way, was this veteran core being able to demonstrate a level of focus on both sides of the basketball that, when you look at the stats, it's undeniable.
Yeah, one of the other things that was a big part of both the Atlanta series and the Philadelphia series was Karl Anthony Towns. It's kind of the fulcrum of this Knicks offense. Now, it's obviously a different opponent, and Cleveland has 2 all-star caliber big men, including last year's Defensive Player of the Year in Evan Mobley. So can Towns operate the same way in this series that he's been doing?
I think there are going to be opportunities to show some similarity. I like the idea of Towns bringing Mobley or Allen. I was under the impression it was going to be primarily Mobley, but it seems to be a thought that it might be Allen. I like the opportunity for him to bring either of those guys away from the paint to eliminate some of that shot blocking ability so that other guys have room to penetrate. I think in this one, though, there may be opportunity for him to look more after that one-on-one matchup for him, right? Calling his own number, being selfish in a team way versus just looking to make passes.
As we had hoped, and as Knicks fans had hoped, it was enough time for OG Anunoby to get healthy enough to play in game number 1. He is in the starting lineup. What are you going to be looking for from Anunoby as he returns tonight?
Well, I envision that he's probably on a little bit of a minutes restriction. I imagine the number might be around 30 or so. But as long as he's moving well, I think that this medical staff has earned a level of trust. They did a great job managing Mitchell Robinson all season. For the most part, this team has been whole. Mike Brown has been really mindful of minutes played and getting guys off the floor. So if OG Anunoby, who was in a part of this moment last year as best he could, right, says that he's good, if the medical staff has cleared him, let's see. Let's roll.
We got your thoughts on the series as a whole. Let's narrow in on tonight's contest, Monica, and get your keys to game number 1.
Well, the first key to me is just going to be focus because, yes, as much as I want everybody to shut up and get over it, the rust versus rest thing is real. And most importantly to me, when I think about that, it's the fact that the Cavs finally got 2 road wins in their last series. That wasn't something that they had been great about. So they're feeling confident about the way that they won that Game 7, the markers that they were able to put up, the way they got to the free throw line. And so the Knicks are going to have to make sure that they are focused and ready to play and protect home court. The second key to me is going to be turnovers. I mentioned that 81-point number for the Knicks. That is outstanding. James Harden, 7 turnovers ain't nothing. 6 turnovers ain't nothing. He can do that in his sleep, right? And so will this defense take advantage of those opportunities? And the last one to me is just going to be protecting the paint. I do think that as I reflect on who the Knicks have had to deal with in this postseason, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, their ability to get into the paint and maybe not just score, but to collapse. Because quietly, I think that the Cavs role players have had a really good postseason in terms of being able to show up when those guys are dishing the rock. So if those guys are getting in the paint, of course, if they're scoring, they're a problem. But if they also are just collapsing the defense and finding their shooters, I think the Knicks can find themselves in a little bit of a pickle. So focus being my first key, turnovers my second one, and then paint protection or protecting the paint, either one being my third.
All right, Monica, we are ready to go. Have a great call tonight.
Thanks, Pat.
Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson. And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
And that'll do it for New York Knicks game night. Coming up next, it is game one of the Eastern Conference Finals between the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tyler Murray and Monica McNutt have the call. I'll be back at halftime breaking down the first half with Wally Zerbiak. Enjoy the game, everyone. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York, and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
This has been Amazon Hub Delivery New York Knicks game night. New York Knicks basketball is coming right up.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
The pursuit of the Larry O is alive and well.
New York Knicks basketball is on the air.
I'm just happy that you get to keep having these chances, you know, and can't take any of them for granted.
The New York Knicks. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, tough team, well coached. A lot of guys over there with a lot of experience. It's going to be a tough battle.
Knicks basketball starts right now. Live from Madison Square Garden for the Eastern Conference Finals, the Knicks versus the Cavs. It's game 1. Now here's Monica McNutt, and with the play-by-play, here's Tyler Murray on the MSG Radio Network.
Tuesday night, Madison Square Garden. It's a scorcher out there in Midtown Manhattan. 99 degrees at last check on the thermometer, and this is indeed the hottest team in the NBA playoffs, the New York Knicks, with a franchise record 7 consecutive playoff wins. But as Jalen Brunson has said, each of the last several seasons when they come to an end, you don't just get to start the next season over where you left off. We don't just get to begin the 2025-26 season back in the Eastern Conference Finals. We can't take shortcuts. We have to put in the work to get there. Well, just under a year later, they've put in the work. They haven't skipped any steps. They did just take a nice 8-day rest from gameplay, but indeed the Knicks have made it back to the point they reached a season ago, and the Eastern Conference Finals are just moments away from being underway. So glad you're with us, everybody, as the Knicks take on the Cleveland Cavaliers in another edition of New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network. This was, of course, a very popular pick for this Eastern Conference Finals matchup way back in October at the start of the season. That's a big reason why opening night here at MSG was a Knicks versus Cavs matchup, and Christmas Day here at the Mecca was Cleveland against New York. In fact, we have not seen these two teams on this floor together since December 25th, when the Knicks pulled off a 17-point come-from-behind win in the fourth quarter. And because of that win, they have home court in this series. That wound up being the swing point in an Eastern Conference where just one game separated the Knicks and the Cavaliers. And so, as the 3 seed, the Knicks have the benefit, maybe you could call it a gift, of having home court throughout the first 3 rounds of the playoffs, despite finishing in 3rd place. So what an opportunity they have in front of them. And with the experience they've gained over the past few seasons, it's no surprise the Knicks are favored to win this series as they search for their first Eastern Conference championship since 1999. Alongside Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray, an all-star crew up on Radio Row. Ray Santiago is our producer, Gary Jeffries our engineer, and Stephen Rayer of MSG Television graphics coordinator fame is our statistician. Monica, I mentioned the Knicks are favored in this series. It's not overwhelming. It's about 2-1 favoring the Knicks. They've obviously put together an incredible playoff resume this year. But my simple question to you is, do you agree that the Knicks should be favored? And if so, why? What are their main advantages that they can take advantage of in this matchup with Cleveland?
Well, I just think the Knicks are a better defensive unit in this series. If all things are considered and you wanted to say or even argue, I would sit for the debate about which team actually has more offensive firepower. I think it would be curious. I give the slight edge to the Knicks, but if you were holding on to yesteryear and the effectiveness of James Harden during the course of the regular season, and you had Sam Merrill having one of his better shooting nights in addition to Max Strus being on, and you told me that maybe Mikal Bridges regressed back to some of his numerical productivity from the regular season, but Jalen Brunson held on, and maybe Josh Hart has an off shooting night, like, I might entertain the idea that the Cavs have a better offensive squad. But what you cannot tell me is that the Cavs have been a better defensive unit in this postseason or over the course of the regular season, despite having a former defensive player of the year.
Well, in case you forgot, the Knicks 9 days ago had a historic 30-point win on Mother's Day to sweep the Sixers with a plus 89 total margin of victory across the 4 games. In that win, they set a franchise playoff record with 25 three-pointers, going 11 of 12 in the first quarter. That's an NBA record. And they tied the NBA best with 25 threes made in a single game. The 2023 Bucks and the champion 2016 Cavaliers, the only other 2 teams to do it. And the last superlative, at least for now, we'll share. The Knicks became the 4th team to win 2 closeout games in one postseason by at least 30 points. They beat the Hawks by 51 in Game 6 of Round 1, and then the 30-point win over Philly on Mother's Day. Only 3 other teams have done that, 2 30-point closeout wins in one postseason, and they all won the championship. The 87 Lakers, the 08-09 Celtics, and last year's Oklahoma City Thunder. Speaking of those Thunder, if tonight's game is half as good as what NBA fans got to enjoy last night in Oklahoma, well, you're in for another classic in the Eastern Conference Finals. Here's Mike Walshewski at MSG.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. And welcome to the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1, presented by Chase Freedom. Tonight's matchup features the Cleveland Cavaliers and your New York Knicks. And now, if you're able, please rise, remove your caps here to present our nation's colors. Please welcome the New York City Police Department. And now we're here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner. Please welcome Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, and actor, known for his work on Broadway as the Scarecrow in The Wiz, Avery Wilson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Avery Wilson.
Madison Square Garden, it's a venue where anyone on earth would be willing and able to sing the national anthem, especially on a stage like this. But Avery Wilson has been so successful, both in his performance and then the subsequent hometown team's performance. The Knicks go right back to the well, and a wonderful idea for the national anthem. Let's get to the officiating crew, brought to you by Dime Community Bank. Scott Foster's in town. He's the crew chief, with James Capers and J.B. DeRosa assisting. That was the officiating crew, brought to you by Dime Community Bank. Dime Community Bank's new branch is now open at Madison and 37th Street, right in the heart of Manhattan. Visit dime.com to learn more. Dime, we've got your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Time for starting lineups in the opening game of the Eastern Conference Finals. Knicks hoping to get to the finals for the first time since 1999, and the Cavs hoping to return there since Jordan Clarkson and LeBron James went there in 2018 before getting swept by the KD Warriors. Mike Brown, head coach of the Knicks, only time he's won a conference as a head coach was with this Cleveland team back in 2007. San Antonio, who Brown was also an assistant for back in the day, they wound up sweeping a young LeBron James and the Cavs in that 07 finals. And the other coaching connection, of course, Kenny Atkinson, second year leading the Cavaliers. He's from Northport, New York, went to St. Anthony's in South Huntington, and a Knicks assistant under Mike D'Antoni for 4 years, around about 15 years ago. This Cleveland starting lineup and this whole roster really has undergone a bit of an evolution over the course of the season. Of course, we saw Cleveland here for the first game of the year. Knicks got an opening night win. But since the trade deadline, they have seen DeAndre Hunter turn into Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis in the trade with the Kings. Darius Garland is no longer a Cav. He's a Clipper, traded for James Harden. And Lonzo Ball tried to make a comeback, but it didn't work out. They're fortunate, though, that Max Strus got healthy just in time. Only played the final 12 games of the regular season with a long recovery from foot surgery last summer. But Strus active, ready to go. And he was added to the starting lineup in Game 7 on Sunday when they pulled off the win in Detroit. It was a 31-point victory to knock off the 1 seed. But Max Strus will not start tonight. Kenny Atkinson goes back to Dean Wade, and he will start at the 3 as OG Anunoby gets a nice ovation here at MSG, his first game in 2 weeks. But for the backcourt for Cleveland, it is Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. Quite a combination, although James Harden's turned it over about 5 times a game in the postseason so far. Donovan Mitchell coming off an excellent Game 7. Stan Van Gundy on the television broadcast said it's the best he's ever seen Mitchell play in his 8th year out of Louisville. 26 points and a playoff high 8 assists for Mitchell. He's also had some turnover issues, but he did not commit a single giveaway in the impressive road win over Detroit. Evan Mobley's had a nice last 4 games or so, averaging almost 20 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 blocks and 2 steals apiece over the second half of that long 7-game series against Detroit. And then Jarrett Allen, a huge Game 7 on Sunday, 23 points, significantly outplaying Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, even basketball Paul Reed, whoever they threw at him. And Jarrett Allen riding high, and just 3 years removed from the quote, "The lights were brighter than expected," after losing to the Knicks in 5 games, led by Mitchell Robinson's dominance. Jarrett Allen said earlier today he's a new player. He's gained a lot of experience. And this Cavs team, although they needed the maximum 7 games to get through Toronto and Detroit, you have to imagine they come in with some momentum and confidence after putting 2 Game 7 wins on their resume for a team that's got a lot to prove in the postseason. As for the Knicks, they'll get Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns together again for the first time since Anunoby's right hamstring strain in Game 2 against Philly. He recently said when the injury happened, he knew it wasn't great, but he also realized it wasn't as bad as previous hamstring strains he's dealt with. And just the next day, he was ruled day-to-day. The Knicks had the luxury of a 2-0 series lead against Philly, and an even more beneficial sweep allowed Anunoby to get 2 weeks of rest. Now, Monica's hinted at a potential minutes restriction. We'll keep an eye on that, but it goes without saying. The Knicks can't go much further than this without OG Anunoby the way he's played in the postseason. 21 points a game, 8 rebounds a night, 2 steals on average, 1 block, and 54% from 3. Knicks in their white uniforms, the Cavs mostly in black, with a big wine-colored C on the front with a gold trim. Knicks will go from left to right, Cavs from right to left. First time they faced off since February. The Knicks won the season series 2-1. Scott Foster with the opening tip of the orange basketball logo at center court, and Towns tips it back to the left, where Jalen Brunson can begin the Eastern Conference Finals across the timeline from left to right. It's Towns in his office this postseason. Left side perimeter with his right foot on the three-point arc. Holds the ball high with his right hand, defended by Mobley. Harden has Brunson off ball. It's Towns up top, 4 to shoot. Anunoby on the right wing, defended by Mitchell. 1 to shoot. Anunoby takes a 3, missed it short. And the rebound hits the hardwood before being picked up by Evan Mobley.
Sluggish cuts to start this ball game by the Knicks. You got to set some real screens and burst after the screens are being set into those cuts, trying to get those backdoors.
At the dotted line, a catch from Allen, missed a layup around Towns, but an offensive rebound for Wade. Counts from right to left. Harden splits a double team, gets to the foul line, and drains a floater to start the scoring in round 3. It's 2-0 Cavaliers.
Protecting the paint was one of my keys in that one. There were 2 screens set on that possession. Karl Anthony Towns got beat on one, giving up the layup to Allen, and then on the second chance opportunity, it was Harden.
Brunson, far side baseline drive, pulls up, kicks it left wing for Towns. Pump fake on Mobley, sidesteps 3, air ball short, rebound Allen.
Quite frankly, if this first half or first quarter looks a little wonky, that would not surprise me, but I do expect this team to find their way.
Mobley spins baseline, blocked but a foul. Bridges with his long arms got what I thought was a clean fingertip on a Mobley layup attempt, but they will call the foul, and Evan Mobley will get 2 free throws at the 8th Avenue basket to our left. Yes, I'm sure you've heard all about it, but the Knicks have not played since Mother's Day. That was last Sunday.
Oh, man. There is some hand contact there, but the hand is part of the ball, no, in this instance?
Yes. I think that's a challenge the Knicks would have won, but Mobley misses the free throw wide right. Monica, this is going to be interesting to follow. The Cavs get to the free throw line more than any other remaining playoff team. Second most among the 16 playoff teams, 29 foul shots a game, but they're only hitting them at a 75% clip, partly because they missed 16 free throws in Game 7. It didn't matter. They beat Detroit by 31. But you wonder how their confidence is at the line as Mobley does get a kind roll for the second foul shot. So it's 3-0 Cleveland. Towns on the left wing, guarded by Mobley. Wade is chasing Brunson around the far side baseline. Now Brunson switches on to Harden off ball. Screen from Towns, handoff to Brunson, top of the key 3, too strong, and Mitchell gets the rebound. Knicks are 0 for 3 to start the Eastern Conference Finals. Harden on the high side wing, behind the back pass to Mobley, all alone for a right wing triple. That's too strong. Rebound Bridges. Brunson scampers across the timeline from left to right. Foul line drive on Mitchell. Bounce pass to Towns' far corner. Passes to his right for Bridges. He attacks the rim and floats one home. Mikal Bridges makes it a 3-2 game.
I know it's early in this ball game, but that's the first time a guy has gotten the ball while he's moving toward the basket. And you were right, as Josh Hart is picking up Donovan Mitchell and forces an over-the-back violation right at half court. Josh Hart showing his versatility as a defender.
Playing with the injured thumb, but fighting through whatever discomfort he's had to deal with. Hart said, of course we want to sweep, but this was on the Roommate Show podcast. We were in such a good rhythm. He poked fun at his best friend, Jalen Brunson, said, JB's finally passing the ball. Wanted to keep the momentum going. Brunson top of the arc on the right side against Mobley. Crossover, stutter step, left elbow. 2 steps, spins, pump fake, left hand layup. Too strong, clean off glass into the hands of Wade. That would have been a highlight finish.
He's been working on that one in the time off, that's for sure.
Didn't work on the finishing part, I guess, but impressive to get there. 9.5 to go first quarter. Wade from the foul line, sends it up top to Mitchell. Pump fake to get Hart out of the way, and then he splashes home a 3. Donovan Mitchell averaging 26 points in the postseason. He's given the Cavs a 6-2 lead.
In Game 7, he was 2 of 6 from the three-point line, but as you mentioned, had one of his better games of the postseason for sure.
Only at 31% from downtown in the playoffs. Towns far side baseline, backing down Mobley toward the edge of the paint, spins baseline, lost it, got it back, keeps his balance, finds Bridges far corner, closed out by Harden. He'll take him to the rack, and then he got fouled on the pass out.
Keep going, Mikal Bridges. Just keep dribbling. James Harden is not that much resistance. If he keeps that dribble alive and even fakes like he's going up, he's got a trip to the free throw line.
Of course, their only point so far is on a dribble drive and a floater from Mikal Bridges. Something he's done what feels like more in these 10 playoff games than he had all regular season. It's been a huge difference maker, the aggressiveness of Mikal Bridges. Towns trying to drive to the foul line, dribbled off his foot, sealed off by Mobley. Mitchell the other way, hop step in the lane, and a left-hand layup rolls around and down. It's an 8-2 Cleveland advantage, 8:41 to go in the first quarter. Knicks bench stands up and starts clapping toward that back left corner, trying to fire up this team. Bridges right elbow jump shot. That's off the backboard too strong. Rebound tipped off of Towns, hit the back of somebody. It's out of bounds near sideline and hit Jarrett Allen. And the Knicks will keep it with 14 back on the shot clock.
So the early diagnosis, a little bit sluggish, still trying to find their rhythm. But this is, I did sort of expect this because of the size of this Cavs squad. They're sort of sitting on the actions, and they're okay switching. And the Knicks just aren't coming off hard enough.
Nice pass from Towns to find a wide open Brunson for a floater just outside the restricted area. It's an 8-4 Cavs lead. First assist for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 30 in the 4 games against Philly. Baseline drive, far side. Mitchell gets past Hart, banked in a tough contested layup. Hart's asking for some help defense. And he inbounds to Brunson. Knicks down 6.
Hart was so deep in the paint on that time. The recovery, the angle wasn't great.
Hart has the ball on the right side perimeter. Hands to Bridges. He's marked by Mitchell.
Hart's got to look at the rim.
Up top for Towns. That's why they have Allen on him. They know Hart is reluctant to shoot threes. He'll get it on the right side. Now he looks at the rim, takes a triple, and bricked it too strong. Rebound Mobley.
Shooters got to shoot to get hot, and shooters got to shoot to stay hot. He's got to continue to let that shot fly with confidence.
Mitchell far corner, passes to his left for Mobley, and a hand back to Mitchell right wing. Try to slip past to Mobley, off his shins, got it back on the ricochet. Far elbow on Brunson, driving kick near corner, out of bounds, tipped by Anunoby. And with 9 to shoot, it stays with Cleveland. They're 4 of 6 from the field, 3 assists. They've got a 10-4 lead, 7.5 to go in the first. And yes, understandable rust showing from the Knicks.
I don't like the word rust. They're still looking for their rhythm.
Well, they were 11 of 12 in the first quarter from 3 on Mother's Day, the last time they played. They're 0 of 4 from 3 to start this Eastern Conference Finals as Max Strus is set to check in. Left wing Mitchell off the dribble, 3 over Hart. Too strong, hit the heel, and it comes loose to Bridges. 7 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the first. Towns out high, marked by Allen. Passes right corner to Hart. He'll dribble toward the near elbow, backs down. Mitchell spins toward the baseline. Now bounce pass out to Towns. Pump fake on Allen. Now hands to Brunson on the right wing. Into the near corner for Hart. Catch and shoot 3. That one's too strong, barely grazing the back rim. And the strategy working well for Cleveland so far. They lead by 6. Hart in midcourt, dribbles around Bridges all the way down the lane. Met by Anunoby, forced a missed layup. Rebound Towns, outlet Brunson. Knicks want to run, but good transition defense from what has to be a tired Cavs team. Anunoby pump fake on the right side, baseline drive. Spins in the paint underneath the hoop. He got stripped out of bounds by Mitchell. It'll stay with New York after the immediate timeout. And the Cavs could not have asked for a better start. They're going to play every other day from April 29th. That was game 6 of round 1. All the way through this entire series. They have hardly had a rest, but they have come out with just a little more energy to start this Eastern Conference Finals opener. And with 6:42 to go in the first, it is a 10-4 Cleveland lead.
I'm not worried at all. The Knicks are still looking for their rhythm. That is very real about this series, but I like the looks that they're getting. Josh Hart is going to have to knock down some threes, and obviously they got to continue to protect the paint to keep the Cavs from getting right in the paint.
Fans saw a replay on the video board. Looked like Anunoby was fouled, but far too early to risk one of your potential 2 challenges. So the Knicks will keep it when we come back. 6:42 to go in the first quarter. It's Cleveland at 10. New York 4. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn more about a limited time deal when you switch to Fios Internet and Verizon Mobile. Bundle and save with Verizon. Knicks down 6, just underway in the 2026 Eastern Conference Finals. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Knicks fans, here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup, the largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Knicks trail the Cavs 10-4 very early on in the Eastern Conference Finals opener. 6:42 remaining in this first quarter. Become an Amazon Hub partner and earn revenue for your business with your business. Learn more about Amazon Hub Delivery and get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Knicks will inbound from the right baseline underneath their basket after a spin move from Anunoby led to a strip out of bounds from Donovan Mitchell. Knicks are 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. Jared Allen has been camping out of the paint because he's matched up with Josh Hart. They're daring him to shoot from 3, and he has not made them pay so far, 0 for 2. Brunson on the left side perimeter. Knicks going from left to right in white. Towns top of the key. Strus is on him. He checked in for Wade. Towns will drive on Strus in the lane, and a right-hand floater is blocked by Allen into the hands of James Harden. Top of the arc looking around. Picked up by Hart. Passes right to Dean Wade. Sam Merrill's out there as well, so no Donovan Mitchell for now. Left corner 3, Max Strus around and out. It comes to Josh Hart. Quick outlet to midcourt and Jalen Brunson.
Remember, Max Strus wasn't available for any of the regular season matchups. He only got healthy shortly after the All-Star break.
In just 12 regular season games with that foot surgery recovery as Brunson drains a right elbow pull-up jumper for 2. It's a 4-point game.
And this is why the conversation around this new offense, yes, it is exciting, but if Jalen Brunson can get going, typically this team follows.
Left corner 3 short from Dean Wade, but an offensive rebound for Jared Allen, and a right-hand hook is bricked over Towns from the far side block. Rebound Anunoby, outlet to Hart, spins at the foul line. He burns Harden to the rim for a right-hand layup. Josh Hart in the open court, a thing of beauty. Knicks back within 2.
Just to go back on that last defensive possession, outstanding job by Karl-Anthony Towns not to reach and draw a foul.
Sam Merrill, baseline drive, far side, hesitates on Bridges, now dribbles around to screen from Allen on the left side, but nowhere to go. Good defense from Bridges. Up top for Harden. Cavs from right to left, 3 to shoot. Harden top of the key. Foul line floater, back rim hanging in the air, comes loose to Harden. Tipped around and it winds up with Wade. Right wing Merrill, catch and shoot 3, in and out. Offensive rebound, Allen, and a loose ball foul is called. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. His first foul of the game as a second offensive rebound, or at least possession sustaining play from Jarrett Allen will keep the ball with the Cavs. They lead it 10-8, and they will get Dennis Schroeder into the game. And this is where we're going to see perhaps a little bit of the fatigue factor come in. A preemptive strike, I would say, from Kenny Atkinson going deep in his rotation. Only now will the Knicks use their first substitutions. It is Mitchell Robinson coming in along with Deuce McBride.
Well, as the Knicks found a little bit of energy and this building started to rock, as it is just a one-possession ball game now, smart by Atkinson to look to make some changes. I think it's smart by Brown here as well. It's getting a little bit more physical underneath the glass as far as rebounds are concerned, and that is an area where we know Mitchell Robinson excels.
Teams were combined 1 of 11 from 3. It's Cavs 10, Knicks 8. Cleveland ball from right to left. Harden far side corner. Jab stepped on Bridges. Now a baseline drive, double teamed underneath by Robinson. Kick out left wing Strus. He finds an open Schroeder near corner, and his three-pointer is good. Dennis Schroeder averaged 13 points in the first round with Detroit last year against the Knicks, and a big 3 there to make it a 5-point lead.
Dennis Schroeder in a Pistons uniform, Max Strus in a Miami uniform. These are guys that are familiar with competing against the Knicks.
Brunson at the right side elbow, working on Schroeder, half spin, now pulls up for a 10-footer, missed it, but a foul on Schroeder, who was claiming that Brunson initiated contact with his front elbow, but he winds up fouling a jump shooter, and Brunson will get his first trip to the free throw line. It is 13-8 Cavaliers. The Knicks are 4 of 13 from the field, and they are finding their rhythm after an 8-day break. You could call it a 9-day layoff because they played during the day last Sunday, and then, of course, did not play until 8 o'clock here tonight as Brunson sinks the first free throw to make it a 4-point game. Former Cavalier Jordan Clarkson will check in. Told you earlier, his last deep playoff run came with this Cavs team back in 2018. It was the last hurrah for LeBron's second stint in Ohio. He'll come in for Karl Anthony Towns, so it's Brunson, McBride, Clarkson, Bridges, and Robinson. Brunson gets both free throws, so it's a 13-10 Cavalier lead. Cleveland ball from right to left. McBride picked up hard in full court, and that forced a bad pass to the right wing for Allen, stolen by Robinson. McBride on the near side wing, Bridges at the foul line. 1 dribble, 2 steps right to the rim, and he hits a tough layup over Jarrett Allen to make it a 1-point game.
That's what you want to see. Remember, we talked about the Knicks making teams pay for turning the basketball over. That is a weakness of this Cleveland Cavaliers squad.
They could hold on to the ball for those first 2 games in Detroit last series. They averaged 16 turnovers a game in the playoffs. Schroeder out high, a catch and shoot 3. Not this time, and a rebound for Robinson. Cleveland 2 of 8 from 3. Knicks 0 of 5, but a chance to take their first lead down 1. Brunson speeds inside, and a reverse layup is good with a left hand. The Knicks have taken a 14-13 lead, and Kenny Atkinson needs timeout. 3:46 to go in the first quarter, and this crowd has come to life for the first time in the Eastern Conference Finals.
A huge piece of the lead that has been taken has been paint scoring by the Knicks. They've got 10 of their 14 points all in the paint. I jumped the gun. They have a +4 advantage in that category, but Jalen Brunson, that last basket in amongst the trees, still able to finish.
It's a 10-3 Knicks run. Still haven't made a 3-point shot, but like they've been doing all postseason, they're getting to the rim, as Monica just told you. Best paint scoring team in the playoffs, 54 points in that painted area per game. 1-point Knick lead, 3:46 to go in the first quarter. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn more about a limited time deal when you switch to Fios Internet and Verizon Mobile. Bundle and save with Verizon. 3:46 left, opening quarter. Knicks by 1 in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. New York against Cleveland. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a Thrivewell location near you. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Become an Amazon Hub partner and earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Learn more about Amazon Hub Delivery and get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. With Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. Knicks on a 10-0 run. They've taken a 14-13 lead with 3:46 remaining in the first quarter of Game 1.
What a little mini run, if you will, to go ahead and take the lead here at the Garden as of late. But we see that they are now beginning to find some rhythm both on the glass. The Knicks are still actually -4 in that rebounding category, but they're getting to the paint.
It is Cavs ball from right to left, and Bridges picks Strus's pocket at midcourt. He goes coast to coast for a two-hand jam, and playoff Bridges has not lost any momentum since round 2. He's 3 of 4 from the field, 6 points. Knicks by 3. Schroeder left elbow takes one more step and misses a floater off the front rim.
So part of that was he was worried about Mitchell Robinson coming to contest. So what a terrific read, a subtle decision by Mitchell Robinson that altered Schroeder's shot.
Brunson, foul line pull-up jumper is good. He got to rise out of the crowd with a behind-the-back move to shake Schroeder. And the Knicks are on a 14-3 run, up by 5.
10 points for Jalen Brunson, leading all scorers so far in this contest.
Mitchell dropped a pass right wing. Mobley racing for the loose ball, grabbed it, lost his footing, and they call a travel. So out of the timeout, one missed floater by Schroeder, turnover by Strus, turnover by Mobley. Knicks up 5, 2:49 to go in the first quarter. Bridges left side point, pick and roll Robinson, alley-oop to the big man, and Mitchell Robinson throws it down. 16-3 run, Knicks by 7.
Mitchell Robinson's role in this series was a terrific question by a number of fans as we prepared for this one. Early on, you're seeing the physicality of his presence.
Sam Merrill, left corner 3, off the mark, wide left, rebound Bridges. He wants to push. From left to right he goes, in the lane, throws a bad pass to the foul line, picked off by Strus as Bridges got caught in midair. Schroeder passes left wing for Strus, catch and shoot 3, off the mark, rebound Mobley. Did he step on the left baseline, or was there a push off on the Knicks?
I saw the push off.
Looks like Deuce McBride was fighting for position, and it's a good thing they called that foul because the Cavs hit a 3 off the kick out from Mobley that will not count. So a 20-13 Knick lead with 2:14 to go in the first. Bridges will come out of the game. A well-deserved ovation. Man, has he been spectacular since the questions arose about whether or not Mike Brown should keep him in the starting lineup.
God, that feels like so long ago.
Everything Knicks-related feels like so long ago. Strus tried to dribble handoff to Merrill, but Merrill wasn't there on the right wing. Knicks take it. Jordan Clarkson driving kick. McBride far corner 3 off the front rim. Tipped twice by Robinson, and on a third tip he got it out to Hart. Offensive rebound. Now McBride, left wing, 7 to shoot, 1:53 to play first quarter. McBride up top off a screen from Brunson, matched up with Schroeder, 2 to shoot. Hart right corner, will have to take a pull-up 2-point jumper off the dribble. That misses short. He thought that was a better look than the open 3. 99 seconds to go first quarter, and McBride almost tipped a pass up top for Mitchell. Came loose to Schroeder, far sideline. His pass was kicked out of bounds by Brunson. Everything difficult right now for this Cavs offense because of what Monica highlighted just before opening tip. The defensive advantage the Knicks should be able to bring no matter how off their rhythm might be with a long layup. 7-point Knick lead, still on a 16-3 run. Mitchell far corner 3 off the front rim and a rebound for Josh Hart. Tore it away from Merrill. Now it's Brunson right wing, catch and shoot triple, bricked it, too strong. No rim, but an offensive rebound for McBride. And then Clarkson lost it on the left wing. Bad pass underneath, picked off by Mitchell. He tried to connect with Strus far wing, almost dropped it, got it into Mobley. Skip pass near corner for a wide open Dennis Schroeder 3. That one's in and out. And the Knicks, at the behest of Monica's body language.
Everybody slow down. You two, take a deep breath because that was a lot of work for you. Everybody just slow down. Slow it down.
Final minute, first quarter. Brunson right wing 3. He bricked it again. Now he's hobbling as if he landed on Schroeder's foot, but no landing area call here. Merrill, left side drive, speeds in with a left-hand layup, and a foul is called. So Sam Merrill stops the Knicks' run. Chance at a 3-point play, and he's cut it to a 5-point game with 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. Josh Hart hit with the foul. He's not sure what he did wrong. And neither are many of the fans here at MSG.
You know what this looks like, though? It looks a lot like the move that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander used yesterday to tie up the ball game, except Wade finishes with the left. Gilgeous-Alexander used the right on the left side.
Sam Merrill gets the free throw.
Merrill, I apologize.
Oh, I get it, Monica.
You know, it happens to me, too. Hey, people think me and Christine Williamson are the same person.
I saw your IG story. Great job on the runway.
Thank you.
Free throw good for Sam Merrill. 4-point game. Knicks ball with the lead. Left wing 3. Clarkson hits his first 3-pointer of the postseason off the dribble. He was 0 for 8 before that make. And it's a 7-point Knick lead.
And a twist, the Knicks were also 0 for 8 in tonight's contest. That's their first 3.
Schroeder on the right side elbow, spins away from Hart, back up to center court for Mitchell. On the right side against McBride. He twirls, pulls up, right elbow jumper, rattles out, rebound Hart. That's his 3rd board, and the Knicks can hold for the final shot of the first quarter. Up 23-16 after trailing 8-2 early. Fans on their feet, late first quarter, game 1, Eastern Conference Finals. Hart foul line drive, pull-up jumper, waved off. He made the shot, but they say a foul on the floor on Max Strus. And to add insult to injury, it's not even going to be free throws for Hart. They only had 2 in the quarter. And Rick Brunson speeds down the line to make a substitution recommendation. And Towns will come in for Robinson. And yes, Scott Foster got that right. Strus was trying to grab Hart before the shot went up, and he did. So instead of a 3-point play and a buzzer beater, the Knicks have to inbound far sideline. 1.9 to go in the quarter, up by 7.
You still could get a buzzer beater here, but I'm not going to lie. That play, and one by Josh Hart, who was struggling from the floor so far in this first quarter, would have been energizing in this building.
Clarkson, far sideline inbound. He's got the ball into Brunson near midcourt. Jab step right, off the dribble 3. Almost banked it in at the horn. Brunson will settle for a 10-point first quarter, and the Knicks will have to be pleased with a 7-point lead after trailing by 6 early. It is 23-16 New York, ending the first quarter on a 15-3 run.
The 3 that Jalen Brunson just attempted, that was the one that made the most contact out of all the ones he took in that first quarter. Because, boy, I hope this team has shaken off its little bit of dust, if you will, in this first quarter. They've got 1 3 that they were able to knock down courtesy of Jordan Clarkson. But what I do like is defensively, they forced the Cavs into 5 turnovers. If you get 5 turnovers the rest of the way, that'll be good for 20 turnovers, and they have 6 points off of those turnovers. An interesting stat about the Knicks through this postseason is there have been a number of times where they have been able to maintain balance. And we'll see if the rest of this group is able to join Jalen Brunson in the scoring column.
It's such a great call because balance is what leads us to say a lot of things like this. The Knicks are 1 of 10 from 3, but they're still up by 7 because they've scored 14 points in the paint. And they've held Cleveland to just 2 of 12 from 3. It is 23-16 New York as we go to the second quarter at Madison Square Garden in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 6/1/2060. Dealer for warranty details.
Hoops fans, let's clear the glass. Citywide window cleaning. Third generation, 50-plus years serving Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Hoboken, and Jersey City. Commercial or residential, we go full court with private home cleanings, empty apartment turnarounds, and monthly amenity spaces. Property managers, resident managers, private tenants, book annual or bi-yearly cleanings. We treat your windows like our own. No job too big or small. Get a quote at cwwindow.com. Citywide, see the city like it's courtside.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
The Knicks just held the Cleveland Cavaliers, one of the top offenses in the league this year. They were 6th in offensive rating, to their lowest scoring first quarter of the entire year, regular season and playoffs. They lead 23-16 as we begin the second quarter, brought to you by Hand & Stone. Hand & Stone, relaxation that fits real life. Book today at handandstone.com. With Monica McNutt, I'm Siler Murray. It's a 7-point Knicks lead. Second quarter underway. From right to left come the Cavs in their black uniforms. Knicks in white tonight for Game 1 of the conference finals. Schroeder left double, bounce pass underneath to Mobley. Had it poked away initially by Towns, but then got it back. Up top, Schroeder speeds to the foul line, but sealed off by Hart. 2 to shoot. Mobley, a foul line fadeaway, rattles in and out, and it's pulled down by Hart. The Cavs are 6 of 23 from the field. Alvarado is in. He'll take a left wing 3. That's too strong, and it's rebounded by Mitchell.
Gosh, the Knicks are shooting 9% from the three-point line so far in this one.
Mitchell foul line, Euro to the cup, and a right-hand layup as he stepped around Alvarado to make it a 23-18 game, and the Knicks' 15-3 run is over. 11-11 second quarter. Towns near midcourt, defended by Wade. Alvarado, McBride, Clarkson, Hart, and Towns on the floor for the Knicks. From left to right they go. Clarkson right side drive. Pump fake on the block on Wade. Got him off his feet. Resets on the right wing off a feed from Alvarado. Kicks it left wing. A Hart three-pointer. Front rim, no. He's 0 for 3. Towns hustling for the offensive rebound, but it's out of bounds right baseline. And up by 5, the Knicks will give it back to the Cavs.
I appreciate that Josh Hart is continuing to let that thing fly. Look, percentages after tonight's contest might not be so great, but you got to take the opportunity to find your rhythm.
He's 0 for 3. Brunson's 0 for 4. Schroeder runs the point, marked by his fellow backup point guard, Alvarado. Mobley left alone on the left side perimeter. He'll take his 3. Bricked it too strong. Rebound Hart. 5 rebounds for Josh Hart already. Then he spins away from Strus, who picked him up full court. Alvarado left side perimeter, steps in the lane, floater in the air. He drained it, and he hit Mobley hard in midair. No call either way. Knicks by 7.
Basketball is a contact sport. Football is a collision sport.
It is Mitchell on the right side. His high arcing rip-through move got him into the foul line over McBride, but resets up top with Mobley. He'll take long strides across the paint diagonally from right to left, and he banked one in right-handed over Towns.
Karl-Anthony Towns has to be a little bit better defensively on that moment. He let Evan Mobley get revved up.
5-point game, but now Towns catches underneath and scores off the window. Good feed from Hart. 7-point lead again.
Towns can be the hub. He also can be the cutter.
Cleveland ball. Attacking the basket to our left. Mitchell near midcourt, pressured by Jordan Clarkson, the defensive specialist. Schroeder left wing, catch and shoot three. Too much over McBride. Rebound Clarkson. That's 8 consecutive missed threes from the Cavs. Hart slashing underneath, pump fake in the restricted area, spins and scoops it in, right-handed over Schroeder, and the Knicks have their largest lead, 29-20.
Josh Hart now with a couple of baskets, but again, the Knicks are continuing to force the issue at the paint, doubling up the Cavs in paint scoring with 20 points.
Mobley twirled to the foul line, sealed off by Clarkson, gets it back on a repost pass from Schroeder. Baseline spin this time, and a lefty finish off glass. He beat Towns to the rim. It's a 7-point game. 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Hart now a baseline spin far side, and a right-hand layup somehow dropped in off the front rim over the taller Dean Wade. Knicks by 9. Schroeder now at the center court Knicks logo. Dribble toward the far sideline, turns the corner to the baseline. Missed a layup over Alvarado, rebound Towns.
One thing that stands out about this lineup on the floor is that Mike Brown is holding out the Robinson matchup for when Jared Allen is on the floor.
Towns out high, pump fake. Now he launches a three. In and out. Been shooting it so well from three-point.
I thought that was going in. I really did.
48% in the postseason from three. That was his first attempt of the night. And then Deuce McBride was just a half step behind Donovan Mitchell, who ran over him at the left elbow. That's a blocking foul. And that'll allow the Knicks to sub in Landry Shamet for the first time tonight. And Mikal Bridges coming back in along with Mitchell Robinson. 8:23 left in the second. 31-22. Knicks lead the Cavs. And a great eye from Monica. Rick Brunson on the far sideline brought Mitchell Robinson off the bench, and then he waited to make sure Jared Allen was coming in. And because Allen came in, they said, all right, Mitch, you're out there to match up with him.
Feels like Mitch and his big Tonka trucks and the backwoods and the fishing might be in Jared Allen's fro. Just feels like it might be.
He's thinking about his backwoods and fishing. Okay.
Yeah.
I get your meaning.
He's in his head. He's in his head.
Big country Mitchell Robinson. Allen foul line. Finds Harden right wing. Skips it far corner. Dean Wade a three. That breaks up a stretch of 8 consecutive misses from the Cavs. 3 of 15 now from distance. It's a 6-point game.
In our pregame over on the linear television side this morning, you called out Wade as an X factor. He is shooting 36% from the three-point line.
Alvarado right side drive, tries a floater, and it drops in off the back rim. It was a pick and roll with Robinson. It looked like the big men were afraid of the alley-oop, so Alvarado scores. 33-25, Knicks in front, 7:48 to go in the second quarter. Harden left side drive, almost lost it at the elbow. Finds Keon Ellis on the left side arc. That's his first touch. Mitchell topside, steps back on Shamet. Inside out dribble, spins to the foul line. Double team by Alvarado, the New York Kid showdown. And it comes loose to Harden left wing, but his pass to Ellis near corner, fumbled out of bounds. He would have had a wide open three, but dropped it to the baseline. And the Knicks will take over.
That is the first turnover by the Cavs in this second quarter, but the Knicks continue to make their presence felt on the defensive end. What an outstanding read and a perfect double team on the part of Jose Alvarado, and everybody else scrambles in rotation as good teams move on a string defensively, and it's the results the Knicks want.
Mike Brown will call a timeout, and that allows a Let's Go Knicks chant to take center stage. I don't know if another fan base gets nearly as fired up as this one does based off a defensive play. It didn't even lead directly to a turnover. It's just a drop pass from Keon Ellis, but the ambush of a double team from Jose Alvarado has fired up this Garden crowd as the kid from Brooklyn and Christ the King in Queens helps get a big stop. By the way, Alvarado 4 points on 2 of 3 shooting in just 4 minutes. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn more about a limited time deal when you switch to Fios Internet and Verizon Mobile. Bundle and save with Verizon. Knicks have led by as many as 9. Right now the lead is 8. 33-25 New York with 7:29 to go in the second quarter of the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours, so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives. Just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
33-25, Knicks lead the Cavaliers. Monica McNutt does not like the word rust, so I'm going to try to find a thesaurus to explain.
This is going to be a fun one.
Why they're 1 out of 13 from 3. I can just skip the whole vocabulary lesson, Monica, because...
Don't. I was into it.
Well...
Give me your synonyms.
The main point is...
I want the words first.
They are 1 of 13 from 3, but they're just so well balanced this year, so deep, so connected, and so versatile that it hasn't mattered. They're up by 8 still.
Well, the other part of that is the other team ain't shooting great from 3 either. So there's that. The Cavs are 3 of 15, so nobody's hitting threes.
The Knicks have the best.
Take that for your momentum.
Knicks have the best opponent three-point defense in the playoffs. Foul line, Brunson, bounce pass right wing, Bridges to the foul line. He goes and then got upended by Keon Ellis on what I believe they'll call a pass. First foul in the quarter on the Cavs. It'll be a side out for the Knicks. They've got Brunson, Bridges, Shamet, Anunoby, and Robinson on the floor. Brunson's first action since scoring a game-high 10 points in the first quarter.
It wasn't as gaudy as the 18 we've seen him. Well, we got a second half to see what he gets to. But it was an important start from the leader of this team, making sure things were steady.
0 of 4 from 3, 4 of 5 from 2, Jalen Brunson. Shamet, foul line, lob pass right wing for Brunson. Tough pass to handle, tipped out of bounds by Sam Merrill, and just 2.8 to shoot with the near sideline inbound coming for the Knicks. They're working from left to right in the white and orange uniforms. Cavs in mostly black with a wine-colored C logo on the front. Shamet will take the inbound. Cavs have Harden, Ellis, Wade, Merrill, and Allen on the floor. Shamet ready for the inbound. Brunson at the right wing logo. Behind the back try. Couldn't get rid of the ball. Leaned in and bricked a three-pointer for the near side at the shot clock expiration. And the Knicks will turn it over for the 4th time.
He fumbled the rock that cost him the opportunity to get a shot up with the shot clock posing duress.
Dean Wade, statistically anyway, has put up some good games against Brunson defensively. Knicks leave Harden alone for a wide open floater at the dotted line. And that drops in off the front rim to make it a 6-point game.
Well, this is where the Knicks have to get back to some of the action that they started the ball game with and what has worked so well in this postseason, right? Getting Jalen Brunson off the ball, creating movement in the rest of the floor.
Brunson one-on-one this time with Allen at the right point. Right elbow, stutter step, hands to Anunoby for a right angle 3. Air ball and off the hands of Robinson out of bounds. Anunoby wound up on the floor, but no foul called as Harden and a little underneath him, but not enough for a whistle.
Part of what was creating momentum for the Knicks was their ability to turn the Cavs over and get out quickly on the other end. If they just sit in this half-court set, if nothing else, the Cavs have big bodies.
Double team on Harden at midcourt, stripped by Bridges. It comes to Brunson for a wide-open layup. No one else even got into the front court. Uncontested bucket for Brunson. Knicks by 8.
Turnovers were one of the top things that I'm watching in the course of this basketball game.
And Harden committed 5 a game in the second round series win over Detroit. Only one giveaway in Game 7, and that helped atone for a 2-for-10 performance. Ellis underneath caught a good bounce pass from Allen, but met at the rim on a layup attempt, and he just lost it clean out of bounds.
That was outstanding defense by Jalen Brunson. Remains vertical as he attempts to contest that shot and gets the turnover.
Very impressive. And Ellis has lost the ball clean out of bounds twice now in the second quarter. Trying to earn some more playing time after being an afterthought in round 2. Not going well so far as Shamet crossed over Merrill, top of the key, got all the way downhill to the rim, but then lost his balance. Threw up a wild shot as he was hitting the hard court, and then it was apparently tipped out of bounds by a Cav with 6 to shoot. Knicks by 8, 35-27 with 5:33 to go in the second quarter. They trailed 8-2 out of the gate. They've led by as many as 9. Brunson bounce pass to the left wing, wide open Robinson, 4 to shoot. Gets it to Brunson, top of the key, right corner, Anunoby, wide open, catch and shoot. 3 is good. It's his first bucket in 2 weeks. Back from injury and back on the board. OG Anunoby gives New York an 11-point lead.
In the words of the great philosopher Mace, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Ellis underneath the hoop again. Pump faked Robinson off balance and then drew a foul on a tough reverse layup attempt. So Ellis, a free throw line opportunity at the basket to our left. That'll give us 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
At the basket to our left, Keon Ellis will take and make the first free throw with Monica McNutt, who just threw it back to the 2004 hit song, Welcome Back by Mace. I'm Tyler Murray.
I'm forgetting who all aligned. You can't celebrate all the partners on that song.
Separate.
Dang, we got to separate. Anyway, the lyrics stand. Okay, the lyrics stand. Welcome back. It's great to see OG Anunoby feeling good, looking good. We're all too familiar with the agonizing memory of him doing his best at this point last season, but visibly hobbling up and down the court.
Keon Ellis at the basket to our left will make both free throws to make it a 9-point game. Those series against the Pacers really blend together these last couple of years. 5:03 to go in the opening half. Knicks ball from left to right, up by 9. Anunoby attacks the rim on the right side. And did he take an extra step? Yes, Scott Foster says a travel. He was met underneath by a couple of defenders. Maybe expected to have more room, and he's arguing for a foul, but it's not coming. A good, strong vertical defense from Sam Merrill. Even though he was overpowered by Anunoby, he still held his ground. Merrill on the other side, a right wing triple in the air, got it.
So this is a classic, right, for basketball. The screener sometimes is the most dangerous. James Harden runs into that double stagger. Merrill is the second screen option, so when he pops free, there's a little bit of confusion for the Knicks defensively, and he immediately gets to the three-point line.
Brunson right wing triple, off the dribble, in and out, and Harden gets the rebound. Cavs ball down by 6. Knicks are 2 of 16 from 3. Harden a straight on triple off the dribble is perfect. James Harden, his first three-point attempt is straight through. And after starting 4 of 16 from 3, the Cavs have made 2 in a row, forcing a Mike Brown timeout. It's a 3-point game.
Now, we talked about it earlier. It was 3 of 15 for the Cavs when the Knicks were 1 of 15. So it's going to be important that the Knicks keep pace. They look like they're beginning to find their self from three-point line. The misses are better. I know that's still frustrating, but from a shooter's lens, the misses are closer to the rim than they were in the first quarter.
8-0 Cavalier run. It's a 38-35 game. Knicks lead with 4:25 to go in the second quarter. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn more about a limited time deal when you switch to Fios Internet and Verizon Mobile. Bundle and save with Verizon. Again, the Knicks have struggled from 3. Maybe it's finally catching up to them. They're 2 of 16 from the outside. Jalen Brunson, a game-high 12 points, but 0 of 5 from beyond the arc. 3-point New York lead, 4:25 to go in the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Knicks fans, here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup, the largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today. The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Cleveland on an 8-0 run. They're back within 3. It's a 38-35 Knicks lead. And balance from this Cavs scoring attack. 9 from Donovan Mitchell, 7 from James Harden, 6 from Sam Merrill. And then 4 other guys have at least 2 points. Knicks have 12 from Jalen Brunson, 6 apiece from Hart and Bridges. And perhaps most encouragingly, OG Anunoby hit his first three-pointer a few possessions ago in his first game back from the hamstring strain he suffered late in Game 2 of Round 2 against Philly. Out of the timeout, the Knicks will bring Karl Anthony Towns back into the game with the rest of the starting 5 for the final 4:20 before halftime. The Cavs have Ellis, Harden, Merrill, Wade, and Allen. From left to right come the Knicks up by 3. Brunson crossover Wade, left elbow, hop step with the paint. Hands to Hart at the right block, spins on Allen. Pump fake at the restricted area. He did not bite. Brunson right side baseline drive into a cutting Anunoby. He fumbled it at the dotted line into the hands of Allen.
The turnover margin is tightening. The Cavs have 8. The Knicks now have 6.
Allen at the left side, perimeter drive and kick. Wade open left corner 3 short, but right into the hands of Allen again for an offensive rebound. Harden near angle, slip pass inside to Allen. It came free, but because Brunson was holding up Allen at the near side, foul line extended. They'll call him for the foul. It's the 3rd in the quarter on the Knicks. They lead by 3.
So the Cavs are doing a really good job of spacing the floor. They almost are running an offense that you would see sometimes versus a zone, right? And it's causing the Knicks to get really spread out, and then they're having to recover to the shooters.
Inbound comes to Merrill at the MSG Chase logo. 10 to shoot. Allen out high. Hands to Harden. Sets a screen. Towns has to defend Harden. Now double team. They find Allen at the foul line. They'll take it in toward Anunoby, and a reach and foul called on Anunoby. And the question now is, was Allen going up with it? And apparently, yes, 2 free throws coming.
This is so unlike OG Anunoby. He reaches out with both hands and puts them on Jared Allen. They got the nerve to look at the official. Now, sir, I know you've been away for a little bit, but that is still a foul.
You always hear that no matter how much practice time you have, it's impossible to replicate the intensity and timing of live NBA action as Allen gets the first free throw.
It's funny to me, the guy who I think is most concerned about rhythm is Josh Hart, but he's been able to find his way into this ball game with 6 points and 5 rebounds so far. Anunoby still working to get there, back to his old form.
Well, Allen gets both, so after establishing an 11-point lead on the Anunoby 3, the Knicks have yielded a 10-0 run to Cleveland, 38-37 New York. 3:24 to go in the second quarter. Towns left wing finds Hart to the foul line. He goes all the way to the rim for a left-hand layup with the offhand. Good finish from Josh Hart. Knicks back up by 3.
It's a really great read by Josh Hart. Anytime Jared Allen is occupied with the action on the other side of the lane, the Knicks have done a good job of attacking.
Allen catches underneath, spins baseline. Pump fake, no bite from Towns, and an awkward-looking right-hand floater will not go for Allen. Great defense from Towns, and then Sam Merrill was grabbing Anunoby as they raced down the court to the right side rim, and they will call Merrill for the foul, just the second in the quarter against Cleveland.
I don't know. Why did Merrill do that? Was that intentional? That looked really weird.
Yeah, he just stopped running. Anunoby ran him over, and then Merrill reached out to grab him with his left hand. I don't know why Merrill stopped running.
Yeah, it looks very awkward.
2:56 left in the second quarter. Knicks 40, Cavs 37.
Kenny Atkinson gone back to his starters with Allen, Mobley, and Mitchell on the floor with Harden and Strus.
Strus, the only non-starter right now. Straight on 3, Josh Hart. Very short, grazing the rim all the way out of bounds to the near right side corner. Josh Hart 0 for 4 from 3, 4 of 5 from 2. Almost identical to Jalen Brunson's numbers tonight.
That's all right. I said that this first half might look a little funky offensively, but I do think that this team is showing the necessary amount of focus.
Harden down the lane, got stripped by Brunson, came loose to Towns. The Knicks have it back from left to right. Another James Harden turnover. Brunson out high, right hand dribble, near elbow, picked it up on Strus. Top of the key, Towns, rip through move on Harden. He'll take him to the rim, strip from behind. Loose ball came back to Towns underneath. Double teamed, hook pass Bridges, wide open, mid-range jumper around and down from the far side, and a 5-point Knick lead.
Mikal Bridges did something that is so important, going to your teammates when they are in trouble.
Right side perimeter, Allen handoff to Mitchell. He leans into Bridges, draws a foul and hits a 3, and a chance at a 4-point play. Bridges was fighting hard around an Allen screen, and as if Mitchell knew he was coming, he threw his body into the defender, drained it off balance 3, and he can make it a 1-point game with a free throw.
That's just a really smart move by Donovan Mitchell. I mean, there's not much that you can say about that play. Mikal Bridges was doing exactly what he was supposed to do, just smarter offense.
2:01 remaining in this second quarter. Cavs now in the bonus. And Mitchell gets the foul shot, so it's Donovan Mitchell for the game-high 13 points. Brunson's got 12. 42-41, Knicks with the lead. 1:55 to go in the second quarter. Bridges left side wing, pick and pop with Towns. Will get to the right elbow. Dribbles past Mitchell. Underneath, they'll find Hart. Triple team, kick out. Bridges far corner 3. Air ball too strong. And the rebound's off of Towns, out of bounds, right baseline. Knicks are 2 of 18 from beyond the arc.
I am so hopeful every time a 3 goes up that eventually they're going to find their rhythm. But gosh, these are some bad misses.
Yeah, for some of these, you're hopeful they'll hit the rim.
Man.
Cavs ball down 1. Mobley couldn't catch a bad pass from Harden from the far wing. He tried to skip one to the near corner. Now Harden wants a challenge, but he's just got to worry about taking care of the ball. That's 4 turnovers in 15 minutes. Bridges left side drive underneath the basket, caught in the air, threw it away to Mobley, but Mobley's outlet was stolen by Anunoby, tipped it over to Hart, and then Hart got fouled from behind on a right-hand floater for the near side lane line. So free throws coming for Hart. Knicks ball up 1 with 1:26 to go in the second.
We're in a little bit of a stretch of a lot of activity and not a whole lot of productivity from both teams, although that finish there, or attempt, I should say, that earns Josh Hart these 2 free throws was pretty smart on his part.
I think both teams would feel lucky to get to 50 points by halftime as Hart gets a kind, soft roll on the first free throw to make it a 2-point game. It is 43-41 New York. They've led most of the way. Hart trying to continue stat stuffing. 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. At the basket, 2 all right. He swishes the second. It's 44-41. They slowed down Donovan Mitchell, 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. 13 points to lead all scorers. From right to left, he comes across midcourt, right wing, step back, finds Mobley left wing, extra feed to the near corner for Strus. Into the paint now, out to the foul line, Mobley, back to Strus left wing, and he cans a 3 to tie the game at 44. Strus, after missing his first 2, drills that one. And the Cavs have knotted things up as we hit the final minute of the second quarter. Towns left wing marked by Harden, finds Hart all alone, top of the key. I mean all alone. Strus made hip-to-hip contact on the dribble handoff. Hart went down, no call. Anunoby with 4 to shoot, right side perimeter, crosses over Allen, snatch back dribble, takes a 3. Off the mark, too strong, and Mobley gets the rebound. 38 to play, 20 to shoot. Cavs can take their first lead since the first quarter on this possession, and Allen gets a pass under the cup, rises for 2, but got fouled from behind before missing the layup. Jared Allen can break this 44-44 tie with 32 seconds to go with a trip to the free throw line.
Okay. Jared Allen looks a little bit tired to me, but Max Strus is another guy you got to keep out for, and we talked about him not being a part of these regular season matchups. He's a guy that plays with a ton of grit and energy as he hit that 3 to tie this ball game up. I do think that the Knicks' best basketball is yet to come in this ball game, and it doesn't even necessarily mean that they'll get the threes to go, but they can definitely be sharper with their decision-making with the ball. Cut back on their 7 turnovers from the first half.
Well, Allen missed the first free throw. At the basket to our left, he gets the second, so it's their first lead since it was 13 to 12. Cavs in front 45-44. The Knicks' 11-point lead is gone. 25 to play, 16 to shoot. Brunson across midcourt from left to right. Just 2 points in the second after 10 in the first. Left elbow. Rises for a floater and drains it over Strus. Tough bucket for Jalen Brunson. Knicks back in front by 1. Shot clock is off for Donovan Mitchell. 12 seconds, 11, and ticking down to the single digits. Top of the key crossover on Bridges. Kicks it left corner. Mobley pump fake to 3. Now passes to Mitchell for a left wing triple, and he cans it with 2.7. Then he steals the long inbound pass from Towns. Takes a 50-footer and airmails it over the backboard. But Donovan Mitchell, a game-high 16 points, 3 steals, and a couple of big three-pointers. He's given the Cavaliers a 48-46 lead at halftime in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
You can't be surprised that Donovan Mitchell has shown up. If anybody had good momentum from Game 7, it was in fact him. Not to mention that he's averaged 29 points, 29.9 to just a tick under 30 points in his last 14 games versus the Knicks. Now, that goes all the way back to 2022, but the point is that he likes playing here in the Garden. All things considered, though, if not for the last 4 minutes of this second quarter where I think the Knicks got particularly lackadaisical with the basketball, they would be going into this game, or at halftime, I should say, with a lead. Now it's time for your ingredients to victory, brought to you by Calandre's Bakery. I'm going to continue to focus on turnovers. The Knicks do have 15 points off of the 11 turnovers that the Cavs have committed, and they are up in paint scoring 32-14. Those are your ingredients to victory, brought to you by Calandre's Bakery. Calandre's Bakery, just 4 simple ingredients and still made by hand since 1962. Available fresh daily at your local supermarket.
Well, that was the second quarter, brought to you by Hand and Stone. And the Knicks were outscored by the Cavs 32-23 during that 12-minute stanza. Only down by 2. The three-pointer is going to have to start falling 2 out of 19 from beyond the arc. Stay tuned for the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter. 48-46. Cavs lead the Knicks at the break. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian delivers personalized spine care for every stage of your journey. From physical therapists to surgeons, our expert team works together to provide you with complete back and neck care, from diagnosis to treatment and recovery. With 15 locations across New York City and Westchester, get the expert spine care you need at Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 6/1/2060. Dealer for warranty details.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Registration ends next week. Take the test.
This is the ZipRecruiter New York Knicks halftime show. Now, here's Pat O'Keefe.
Halftime of game number 1 here at Madison Square Garden. It's a tight game so far as the Cavaliers lead the Knicks 48-46. The Knicks have led by as many as 11 points. It led for much of the first half, but a strong close to the second quarter for Cleveland has them up by 2. It is now time for the Knicks halftime report, powered by ZipRecruiter. Pat O'Keefe joining you from the world's most famous arena with my MSG colleague Wally Zerbiak, who played for the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2009. A lot of talk, Wally, over the last week and a half. What would the Knicks look like after this extended rest, 9 days in between games? What did you think of the first half?
2 for 19 from the three-point line. I was worried about that. They were in such a good rhythm offensively. And basketball is a game of rhythm, timing, and making threes is not easy. They're a little bit out of rhythm as far as shooting the basketball at the three-point line, but their effort is there. Their legs are there. They're all over the place defensively. Their defense kept them in that game and got them the lead in that first half. This Cavs team's good, so this is going to be a tough series, and the Knicks got to play at a high level and make some shots if they want to win it.
They had a little offensive flurry at the end of the second quarter. Donovan Mitchell has 16 points. He hit that 3 to put the Cavs on top. But overall, you mentioned the defense. What did you think about the performance on the defensive side?
Just locked in, and you know, this team led by Mike Brown, who's a defensive-minded coach, is very prepared for this series defensively. I love the energy, the effort. You know, they're locked in with their coverages. They're playing the point of attack very aggressively with physicality, making it tough on this Cleveland team. Because this Cleveland team is a very good offensive team. They can score. They have guys that pose matchup problems at pretty much every single position. So Knicks have to be locked in defensively. Their offense will come into rhythm as this series goes along, and hopefully they can kick it into gear in the second half, because this crowd is ready to go. It's been rocking here in the Garden.
Knicks fans, the action doesn't stop when the buzzer sounds. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Subscribe now and stay locked in. ESPN New York on YouTube. You were mentioning to me the Knicks starters, the plus-minus numbers, all in the negatives. And that crowd did start to get into it late first quarter, early second quarter, and it was the Knicks reserves that came in and really gave them a lift.
And that's my point. This Cleveland team has an elite starting lineup. I mean, they have James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley. They've all been multi-time All-Stars, Mobley maybe just once. So they got guys that can play. And when you look eye to eye in a playoff series and you look at your matchup, they're kind of intimidating, this Cleveland team. They're a very talented team. So Knicks just have to continue to work on the defensive end of the floor, and, the offense will come. 2 for 19 from the three-point line, only down 2 points. That's a huge positive. This team's not going to start making some shots, and when they do make some shots and continue to defend like this, that should lead to wins.
And a big reason why the Knicks are only down by 2 is the subject of the top shelf performance of the game, brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon.
3:24 to go in the second quarter. Towns left wing finds Hart to the foul line. He goes all the way to the rim for a left-hand layup with the offhand. Good finish from Josh Hart. Knicks back up by 3.
When the shots aren't falling and you need a lift, there are few guys better to call upon than Josh Hart.
I'll tell you, it's fun watching him from high up above here at MSG because you see how much ground he covers on the court. He's flying around on this basketball court, gets his hands on loose balls, gets deflections. When he gets a rebound, he fires the ball up the floor, puts pressure on the defense. He's right now attacking the basket perfectly. His defense has been great on Donovan Mitchell or whoever he's matched up against when he's been in those situations. So both him and Bridges had a really good first half, and I think that's one of the reasons why the Knicks are right there.
Josh Hart, 10 points and 5 rebounds with 3 assists, and that was the top shelf performance of the game, brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon. Aged longer and never watered down. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Campari America, New York, New York, never compromise. Drink responsibly. This is the Knicks Halftime Report, powered by ZipRecruiter. Pat O'Keefe, Wally Zerbiak at the break as the Cavs lead the Knicks in Game 1. 48-46. It's been a while since we've been talking about a quiet first half for Karl Anthony Towns. Ever since Game 4 of the first-round series, he has really lifted his level of play, but just 2 points for Cat, just 1 field goal in the first half. What did you see from him so far tonight?
I loved his defensive effort. I really did. He's really taken pride in help defense, doing a good job of not committing those silly fouls that bail out the offensive player when they're trying to bait foul and get onto the free throw line. So I know his offense is going to come. That's not a problem. But the way he's locked in defensively, that's what the Knicks need if they want to win a championship. They need him anchoring the defense, helping when he needs to help, not getting himself in foul trouble and being out on the bench. So overall, I think his offense will come, but the defense, it's impressive how locked in he was in the first half.
And what are you seeing from how Cleveland is guarding Jalen Brunson and how he is countering that?
Well, Jalen had a good half. He had 14 points. He's 0 for 5 from the three-point line. That's another thing that's going to come around, I think. You kind of rush in these game ones and when you haven't played in 9 days. Like, the speed of the game catches up to you a little bit. I think these guys need to just take a breath. They need to slow down a little bit when they do get their open looks. Just take a beat, let it go like they've always done. It looks like the team is rushing some of their shots a little bit, as a result, not going in. And I think Jalen will figure that out in the second half, start to take his time and knock down those threes.
All in all, 9 days off, 2 for 19 from downtown, only down by 2. Not that bad, right?
Not that bad, thanks to their D.
All right, Wally, thanks a lot. You'll be on the MSG post-game show with Bill and Alan and Monica, and we will talk to you throughout the playoffs. Stream Knicks pre- and post-game coverage during the playoffs, plus hours of on-demand content anywhere you go. Download the Gotham Sports app. It's free with your MSG TV subscription. Sign in and start streaming today. So the Knicks in the first half shoot nearly 47% from the field, but as Wally mentioned, the three-point shooting is the biggest number so far, 2 for 19, a shade under 11% for the Knicks. Brunson's 0 for 5. Josh Hart is 0 for 4. Mikal Bridges is 0 for 1, OG Anunoby 1 for 4, and Karl Anthony Towns is 0 for 2. This Thursday, tune into MSG at 7 p.m. to get Knicks pregame coverage for Game 2 against the Cavs, and then tune back in after the game for all things postgame on MSG or stream on the Gotham Sports app. And that was the Knicks Halftime Report, powered by ZipRecruiter. When you're hiring, never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter. Try ZipRecruiter free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Second half of Game 1 coming up from Madison Square Garden with Tyler Murray and Monica McNutt. I'll be back with you on the postgame show as the Cavs lead the Knicks at the break 48-46. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been the ZipRecruiter New York Knicks halftime show. The second half is coming right up.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a ThriveWell location near you. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
It's the playoffs. Knicks fans, get in on all the postseason action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every matchup mean more than ever with the best daily promotions in the business. Plus, enjoy thousands of casino games with BetMGM Casino in New Jersey. Download today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Getting set for the second half here at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks had an 11-point lead with 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Then a 21-8 close from the Cleveland Cavaliers has given the Cavs a 2-point lead as we begin the third quarter of Game 1 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Donovan Mitchell leads the way with 16 points. Jalen Brunson not far behind with 14. Josh Hart has 10, even though he's 0 for 4 from downtown. But other than that, you've got 8 points from Mikal Bridges. It truly is a Villanova show from those three Knicks to this point. But with 2 from 19, or 2 for 19 from 3, continuing to hang over the Knicks' heads. They trail by 2 and just in need of a little better rhythm in terms of shot making to get this high-powered offense rolling again. Stunning to see them held to just 46 points in that first half. But again, we talk about the long layoff. I think that excuse is probably out the window now. You got a full 2 quarters under your belt, Monica. Time to kick this thing into high gear.
Yeah, but the thing about it is you're not going to get in rhythm if you don't keep taking shots. So, like, yes, it might be a little bit ugly, but all things considered, it's a 2-point ball game. Like, and we've been here all season long in this building. A 10.5% three-point performance would usually not be a 2-point ball game. So, really excited to see what the second half is going to hold. The Cavs, they did make some interesting decisions. They put James Harden in the top in those pick and rolls. Sometimes there's a double stagger. They made the Knicks decide, do they want to send a double team to James Harden or do they want to leave him alone? But the Cavs, as that was unfolding, have tremendous space on the floor. And so they've allowed guys to come to the ball, get clean looks from 3, and that's how the Cavs wind up with their 8 threes in this ballgame. So the Knicks have to be a little bit more attentive and disruptive on some of the passing. We saw that in spurts because they did force 11 turnovers. But as we get into the chess match of this second half, I'm curious to see what adjustments Mike Brown may have made on the defensive side of the ball.
Cleveland will get the ball first to begin the third quarter. They go from left to right in black and red and gold. Knicks are in white and orange. James Harden, top of the arc, defended by Bridges. Screen on the left from Allen, pick and slip. Allen to the foul line, finds Mitchell right corner. Pump fakes Hart out of the way, and then front rims the three-pointer off the fake. It is Brunson with the rebound. Towns up top, a trailer 3, catch and shoot. Very short rebound. Hart had it, lost it to Harden. Towns got it, and then he was on his back. Mitchell dove on the ball, took it coast to coast, and laid it in right-handed. What a play from Donovan Mitchell. 18 points. And now Josh Hart had to be helped up to his feet by Jalen Brunson. Took a hard fall, trying to hustle back on defense.
Listen, there's a lot of pride about Donovan Mitchell. We detailed it. He's averaged 30 points versus this team. You got to deal with him.
Towns in the middle off a nice bounce pass from the far elbow from Hart. He got fouled from behind by James Harden, and Hart is still shaken up after that play. Can't exactly see what he's favoring. Looking over toward Mike Brown and signaling something with his hands. But he'll stay out there for now. He may have got hit in the face, we're told. Hart will hand to Anunoby left wing. Gets a screen from Hart. Foul line pump fake, then steps in, zips it right wing. A wide open Towns three, short again. Rebound tipped by Bridges. Towns has it beyond the arc on the right side. This one's good. Karl Anthony Towns with his first three-pointer. Knicks back within one, and Towns looks to the sky and says, finally. Mitchell in the lane, passes right to Harden. His three from the wing, hits the front rim, then the back rim, and pops out free to Towns, who was wrapped up by Jared Allen.
Such a blatant wrap-up on the part of Jared Allen. Goodness, couldn't be more obvious.
They will call him for his second foul. Knicks have a chance to retake the lead. 10:40 to go in the third. They're down by one.
As much as it was cool to see Karl Anthony Towns connect from the three-point line, really the battle continues to be in the paint. Even though that was a bit of a long rebound, it was about rebounding.
Towns overpowers Mitchell to get to the cup, and then he passes to a cutting Hart left baseline. He got pulled down hard by Jared Allen, and a little shove afterward from Mikal Bridges. Scott Foster sends both teams back to their benches. This one should be reviewed for a hostile act.
And let me check. Wind up, impact,
yes,
follow through.
Guaranteed. Now, Allen looked remorseful immediately afterward, but be very surprised if this is not free throws and possession for the Knicks. 10:27 to go in the third. They're down by one. And Scott Foster is talking with Jim Capers and JB DeRosa about how they want to handle this. We should get an announcement momentarily from Scott Foster.
Nah, bro.
Cleveland has challenged the ruling on the floor.
Whoa. Cleveland is challenging the fact that there's a foul at all.
Is that what they're challenging? Oh, you see the wrist. Karl Anthony Towns is holding the wrist of Jared Allen before he goes after the ball. Oh, man.
Now, was that marginal contact?
I don't know if a hand holding is marginal. That's a full-on grip.
Allen, his third.
Okay, so they are reviewing to see if there's a foul on Karl Anthony Towns instead of what would be a foul on Allen, and then a potential review for a hostile act. We'll take a break while they take a look. Knicks trail by one with 10:27 to go in the third quarter. This is game one of the Eastern Conference Finals. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
And determined that during the contest by Allen, Towns grabbed his left arm during the dead ball. That contact by Allen has now been deemed not a foul. Offensive foul on Towns.
Well, Monica saw it to the first replay. Eagle Eye McNutt. Nobody has ever called her, but yes.
I hope no one ever calls me that, but I appreciate it.
Second foul on Towns, and yes, he was grabbing the arm of Jared Allen. I thought maybe they could call a dead ball foul against Jared Allen because he clocked hard across the neck, but that would only be a one-shot technical free throw. But offensive foul on Towns. Cavs can keep it up by one.
Here's my larger question. Why, Carl Anthony? Why?
Why was he grabbing Allen's right arm?
What are you doing?
It's a fair question. He wanted to give some space for Hart to get to the rim, but he wasn't getting there anyway. Cavs ball from left to right. They lead it 50-49. Low scoring game one, and a turnover from Mitchell. Pass in the middle of the paint was picked off by Anunoby. Knicks go right to left. Brunson on the high side wing, defended by Mobley. Great matchup there. Reigning defensive player of the year, did not get a single vote this season, Evan Mobley. Brunson driving on Hart in the lane, caught in the air, out to Hart left wing. A bad pass to a covered Bridges left corner, easily picked off by Mitchell. Hart has got to find some confidence with his jump shot.
He can't be scared to shoot. Just shoot the ball. You miss it, so what? Your team goes and gets the rebound. Like, shoot the ball.
Mobley, far side baseline drive, tried to cross over Anunoby. He was tipped out of bounds by Anunoby, right baseline. So Cavs ball up one, 9:47 left in the third, and 16 left on the shot clock.
Also, pretty cool. Not cool. That's probably not the best descriptor. But the Knicks have a clear target. Jalen Brunson wants to match up with James Harden. But the Knicks have to be prepared to catch, shoot, and make a play once the help comes over.
It's Mobley on the right side. Art catches, drives, lost his balance, kept the ball for now. To the near sideline, it's Mitchell. 5 on the shot clock, defended by Hart. Crossover, slips to the paint, bounce pass right corner. Mobley, an open three. Got it. Great setup from Donovan Mitchell. That's assist number 2. And Evan Mobley's first three-pointer gives the Cavs a 4-point lead.
Evan Mobley had some timely threes in both, or in the Game 5 victory in particular, versus Detroit.
Bridges on the left side arc. Finds Towns, top of the key. Just inside the arc. He'll drive on Mitchell in the lane, met by Allen. An acrobatic adjustment in midair to bank it in right-handed. And makes it a 2-point game.
Karl Anthony Towns slides into the alumni row. John Stockton's like, get up, boy.
Dean Wade on the right corner hits a 3. Same spot that Mobley just connected from on the last possession. So the Cavs all of a sudden are 10 of 25 from 3 after starting ice cold. The Knicks have not been able to heat up yet. They're 3 of 22.
And to state the obvious, this is where you start to get into a mathematic game. If the Cavs are going to take threes, the Knicks are just getting 2s. It won't work.
And Towns, a one-legged step back for the near elbow, is short. He wanted a foul, no call. Cavs ball up 5 from left to right. They go. Mitchell on the right side angle, a catch and shoot triple. That's too strong. Long rebound. Mobley in the far corner. Offensive rebound, number 5 for Cleveland. He'll take Towns to the rack. Euro step far side. Too strong on the bank. Shot with a rebound from Allen. He's pulled down on the left arm by Brunson. And Jared Allen will get to the free throw line. Cavs by 5. Fans getting restless. 8:19 to go in the third.
Feels like a little Mitchell Robinson time, if you ask me, because he has been sort of a neutralizer for Jared Allen on the floor.
They'll take free throws at the basket to our right. Allen is 3 of 4 from the line tonight, make it 3 of 5 as that one's off the mark wide left.
At the half, the Knicks had just a 1 rebound margin in that category. They did have 4 offensive rebounds, and so that persists so far in this one, 21-20, with the Knicks still having that 1 rebound edge. But the Cavs have gotten into the offensive rebounding category.
Allen gets the second. It's a 6-point Cleveland lead. This matches their largest advantage. And they continue the impressive response after falling behind by 11 late in the second. Now Bridges got stripped by Mitchell on the left side perimeter. Mitchell coast to coast, right hand layup is good. And 20 points in 20 minutes for Donovan Mitchell. Cavs by 8. And if the Knicks can't score on this trip down, it might be timeout time for Mike Brown. 59-51 Cleveland. Brunson, top of the arc, directing traffic on the near side. Matched up with Harden. Crossover, left elbow, drives baseline under the hoop. Finds Hart far corner. Wide open three. Got it. Big one for Josh Hart. Right in front of that Knick bench to make it a 5-point game.
Got to keep shooting the basketball. Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart is something that they talk about on their podcasts, all that. Got to keep shooting the basketball.
Knicks are 4 of 23 from three-point land. Hart, Towns, and Brunson to combine 2 for 15. Nice Euro from Mitchell to get a leaping Towns out of the way as a straight line drive down the paint leads to an easy layup. 7-point game. Now Hart coast to coast. He got blocked on an ambitious layup by Mobley. He'll gallop ahead from left to right. Hart at top of the key. Pump fake on the left arc. Entry pass to Mobley, guarded by smaller Brunson. Catch and slam. Timeout Knicks. It's a 9-point Cleveland lead, their largest advantage. 63-54 with 7:08 to go in the third quarter.
I am a little bit surprised at the way the Knicks have come out in this third quarter, but you give Cleveland a ton of credit. It's them that are forcing the issue on the defensive end, forcing the Knicks into some uncharacteristic turnovers, and it's actually Cleveland that continues to score in the paint as we've gotten into this third quarter.
It's an 11-3 Cavs run. They're up by 9. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn more about a limited time deal when you switch to Fios Internet and Verizon Mobile. Bundle and save with Verizon. Knicks have had the last 8 days off. The Cavs have played every other day for the past 2 weeks, and they struggled to get out of the first round against Toronto and the second round against Detroit, but they look as confident as ever on a strong run to begin this third quarter after winning the second quarter by 9 points. It's a 15-8 advantage for Cleveland since halftime. 63-54 Cavs, 7:08 to go in this third quarter. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Is the stress of a Game 7 giving your skin a full court press? Tired of trying to coach yourself through skincare trends? Between slugging, serums, and retinoids, it's easy to get confused. Don't try to be the MVP of skincare. Go see a pro. At Hand & Stone, they handle the defense so you can enjoy the glow. Book your facial at handandstone.com and get $10 off when you book today. Offer valid at participating spas. Terms and conditions apply. Hand & Stone. Expert care for every season.
Cleveland on a big run to start the third quarter. They've got a 9-point lead, 63-54, with 7:08 to go in the third quarter. Donovan Mitchell, 22 points in 21 minutes. 6 steals in the game for Donovan Mitchell. That's accounted for half of the Knicks' 12 turnovers. But, of course, the story, Monica, the Knicks can't hit a three. They're 4 of 23 from downtown, while the Cavs are 10 of 26 after a slow start.
Yeah, and part of that is turnovers. In this third quarter, it's 4-1, and that's Knicks turnovers to Cavs turnovers, not a formula for victory.
Knicks keep the starting 5 on the floor. Hart will bring it across midcourt from right to left. Knicks in white, Cavs in black. Towns posting up Mobley on the near side mid-range. Holds the ball high with his right hand. Looking to get Brunson off the screen. Then a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Hart hit a 3 after the whistle from the top of the arc. That positive trend continues. Anunoby was grabbed around the shoulders by Donovan Mitchell as he got face cut into the blue painted area. First foul on Mitchell. So one he's happy to give. It is the third on the Cavs. 6:53 to go in this third quarter. Cleveland by 9. Inbound comes to Towns at the left point. Faces up on Evan Mobley. Bounce pass to the foul line for Brunson with his back to James Harden. Rip through move. Steps to the far side mid-range and rattles out a tough fadeaway jumper. Rebound Mobley. Across midcourt, Donovan Mitchell. Marked by Bridges, and his rip-through move got fumbled, and hang on here. Offensive foul is called on Donovan Mitchell, and the Knicks will take over. It's become a signature move of Donovan Mitchell. He will dribble the ball low and then bring it high over his defender's head as he steps around them with a little hop and a skip to create some air. And yes, he was grabbing Bridges, who poked the ball away when the ball was free. So a loose ball foul, and the Knicks will shoot free throws the rest of the quarter. Brunson left side baseline drive on Wade. Stops to the block, pull-up fadeaway jumper is short. Dean Wade neutralizing Jalen Brunson here. He's 6 of 14 in the game.
So a large part of this game, Tyler, the Knicks have gone away from the offense that we saw that was so successful versus Atlanta and Philadelphia to this point.
Kick ball on Towns to avoid a slip pass to an open Allen, who was waiting at the foul line off a feed from Harden. They're trying that offense, Monica, but Evan Mobley is doing a much better job at slowing down Karl Anthony Towns than anyone could on the Hawks or Sixers. Inbound to Max Strus on the right side. He'll get it to the top of the key for Allen. Hands back to Strus for a straight on 3. Short over Anunoby. Rebound lost by Towns. It comes to Allen, who forced a pass to a cutting Strus. He's stripped underneath by Brunson, and the outlet comes to Bridges. 3 on 3 the other way. Bridges down the lane. Right hand layup is good off the front rim and in. Took it right to Sam Merrill, and it's a 7-point game.
I appreciate the hustle off that play. Knicks bodies on the ground trying to get that basketball, and they are rewarded. Looks like Mitchell Robinson is getting up off the bench, though.
Crowd back into it for the Knicks. Allen at the foul line. Takes a dribble. Fires it right corner. Pump fake from Merrill to get Anunoby out of the way. And then he drills a 3 for the near side corner. Second three-pointer from Sam Merrill. Cavs by 10.
The Cavs are really making the Knicks pay for the double team when they go to James Harden. He's just passing it to the middle.
Nice lob pass from Hart from the foul line to Towns underneath. He caught it and scored. With a right-hand bank shot defended by the smaller Harden. 8-point game. Strus right wing. Wide open catch and shoot 3. Hits the heel. Long rebound. And Hart got tripped up by Merrill. No call. And leads to a missed 3 straight on by Harden. And then Brunson called for a loose ball foul, trying to wrap up Allen. Fans wanted a foul on the Hart bump. And Brunson took the worst of that hit with Allen, but he's the one who's called for the foul.
Golly, I mean, that looks like the foul at the end of that Cavs-Detroit game. What was that, game 5, I think it was, with the Star Thompson? I mean, a trip is a trip, a foul all the time in this league. I'm surprised that one wasn't called.
Brunson was wrapping up Allen. That's his third foul. Anunoby and Hart are coming out. Robinson, McBride, and Clarkson coming in. Towns will also get a breather, so it's Brunson, McBride, Clarkson, Bridges, and Robinson. Knicks looking for a comeback effort, down by 8. Dennis Schroeder checks in, left wing pump fake, drive and dish to Allen at the foul line. He'll step to the rim for a right-hand layup and a 10-point lead.
I do think the Knicks are going to have to go away from the double team because it's just been too easy for that ball to touch the center of the paint and then get sprayed to the shooters.
Final 5 minutes, third quarter. Brunson slips inside on a left elbow leaner. He got pushed from behind by Strus. And 2 free throws coming for Jalen Brunson on the second foul on Max Strus. 4:52 left in the third. Largest lead for the Cavs. They're up by 10 after the Knicks had an 11-point lead with 5.5 to go in the second. All kinds of time left in this game, especially considering the last time we saw New York and Cleveland in this building was the 17-point fourth quarter comeback win for the Knicks on Christmas. Brunson misses the first free throw. Jordan Clarkson had 25 points in that Christmas Day win. Big fourth quarter from Tyler Kolek as well. And for Jalen Brunson, it was his only 30-point game against Cleveland. In the other 2 games, He was held to 11 for 37 from the field. He has been up and down against this Cavs team. At 10 in the first, 4 in the second. And now 1 in the third as he gets the second free throw to make it a 9-point game. 4:49 left in the third. Knicks in the bonus. They've only committed 2 fouls so far in the quarter. Harden defended across midcourt by Bridges. Screen on the left from Schroeder. Brunson has to defend Harden, double team. Pass to Schroeder, open right wing to the foul line, out of the rim. Underneath to Allen. Will catch and score inside on Deuce McBride. And Monica, you're probably right. The double teams has led to a lot of open buckets for Jared Allen. 11-point Cavs lead.
It's Jared Allen or whoever the third pass is off the double teams has been the beneficiary.
Brunson, right elbow, step back, pull-up jumper over Harden. That's off the mark. Rebound tipped by Strus. No, it's off of Robinson, out of bounds near sideline. And with 4:14 to go in the third, the Cavs will have the ball up by 11. 70-59 the score as the Knicks continue to struggle offensively. Brunson is 6 for 15 from the field, just 15 points. Harden across the timeline, picked up by Brunson. They will double again. That leaves Schroeder open right wing, and even more open near corner. Sam Merrill, their best shooter, missed it short. Offensive rebound Allen because he's defended by the smaller McBride, and that sets up Harden for a straight line drive down the lane and a left-hand layup. Fans are not happy right now at MSG. Easy buckets time and time again for the Cavaliers. They're up 72-59. Bridges left wing, almost stripped from behind by Harden. Maybe a bailout foul there, call for the Knicks. They will send Bridges to the free throw line as the Cavs are over the limit. Well, this has not been a pretty third quarter. Knicks were outscored by 9 in the second, and now they're a minus 11 in the third. 3:44 to go in this third quarter. 72-59 Cavs. Mikal Bridges will get 2 free throws.
Yeah, the decision to continue the double team has been a little bit puzzling. You got to meet. It just puts the Knicks at a tremendous disadvantage, and that person involved in the double is not able to scramble out. Like, the floor is not balanced, or is balanced for the Cavs, and the defense is just in an awful position, whether it's a spray out to a three-point shooter off the penetration from the second pass, or as we saw Schroeder penetrate right into the defender and then offer the little shovel pass over to Jared Allen.
The Knicks right now not trusting Jalen Brunson to guard James Harden one-on-one. They might have to change that strategy. Bridges able to get both free throws to slow this Cavs offense down for at least a breather. But an 11-point Cleveland lead. 3:35 to go in the third quarter. Mitchell defended by Brunson. Near midcourt will take him to the right elbow. Spins to the foul line. Underneath, pass to Mobley. Takes a dribble. Left-hand flip shot is good for the near block. And it feels like the Cavs are getting whatever they want right now in a 13-point lead.
We talked about paint protection being one of the keys to this ballgame. They are going at whoever's in the paint, and when the help comes over, they're finding their bigs on the bottom side.
Brunson trying to work his way back into this game. He crossed over Strus to the foul line, then pulled up quickly for a leaner and got bumped from behind by Strus. 2 free throws for Brunson coming up, and Strus has 3 fouls. But the Cavs have taken the life out of this Garden crowd of the 74-61 lead. 3:18 to go in the third. At the basket to our left, Brunson's first free throw is perfect. Knicks are 5 of 12 from the field in this third quarter. That's 42%. But the story is Cleveland.
Yeah.
They are 11 of 19 from the floor. And even though they're just 3 of 10 from the outside, the shots have been easy to come by in the restricted area.
Yeah, they are finding a rhythm in the paint, which was the Knicks' advantage significantly in the first half. Not so much here in the second.
Brunson got both, so he's got 17 points. Back to an 11-point game, 3:10 to go. Schroeder finds an open Sam Merrill for a left wing 3, and he cans it over Robinson. 14-point lead. And a whistle blows.
Hack a Mitch.
For a foul on the Cavs. They wrap up Mitchell Robinson, send him to the line at the basket to our left with 3:02 to go in the third. 14-point Cleveland lead, and Kenny Atkinson smells blood.
So the Knicks in the second half have just 6 paint points. Meanwhile, the Cavs have rattled off 16. And a lot of that is Allen and Mobley underneath.
First free throw is a line drive miss off the back rim from Robinson.
It is eerily quiet in here. You're right. This place has gone silent. Now, there's still a lot of ball game left to play, but I'm not sure what changes the Knicks are going to make in terms of their personnel or their scheme as we enter the fourth quarter.
Robinson sinks the second free throw. That usually gets the crowd back into it, but they're down by 13. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Schroeder into the front court right, top of the key. Brunson defending him. Mobley left wing, catches, drives far side baseline, finds Strus right corner, Mitchell right wing, and Schroeder up top, drives down the middle of the lane, and he misses a wide open layup. Rebound Hart. Knicks finally get a stop. Brunson to the foul line, pull-up, floater, around and out, tipped by Robinson off the backboard. It came back to him, and then he's hugged by Mitchell. They'll call the foul. That's what Cleveland wanted, more free throws coming from Mitchell Robinson. It's a 13-point Cavalier lead. Robinson got his third offensive rebound.
I wonder if the Knicks would consider, it's not a smaller lineup if you leave Mitchell Robinson out there for however long they're going to allow the Hack and Mitch thing to continue to unfold.
It'll only be 38 more seconds because under 2 minutes it's a technical to Hack and Mitch. Again at the basket to our left, Robinson will get 2 more. And the first one's too strong. 77-64. The start of the fourth quarter will be interesting. That's usually when Brunson sits. The Knicks have double teamed whoever Brunson's been guarding to give him help, because the Cavs pretty ruthlessly will screen as much as possible to get the matchup they want, which is usually Mitchell or Harden against Brunson. Robinson misses both. Rebound comes to the near corner where Mobley will have it, but he's pressured to the backcourt by Clarkson, and they will have to call timeout. Nice job by Jordan Clarkson. Looks like they would have got a pass away to a streaking Strus across the timeline, but with just 3 seconds left before an 8-second violation would have happened, Kenny Atkinson will call a timeout. 77-64. Cavs lead the Knicks with 2:31 to go in the third quarter. Become an Amazon Hub partner and earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Learn more about Amazon Hub Delivery and get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. Jalen Brunson, 6 of 16 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. 17 points is the team high, but with the defensive strategy of having to leave somebody wide open, most nights Brunson's offense is going to far outweigh whatever defensive deficiencies he creates. But tonight, it's at best a break-even scenario, and the Knicks are down 13 as we pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
With Monica McNutt, I'm Tyler Murray. Knicks down 13. They've led by as many as 11. And they've made just 4 3-pointers in this game. They entered tonight as the league's best team from 3 in the playoffs. 41%. Now that isn't always going to be sustainable, but you have to expect better than 17% in the first game of the conference finals. So that's what they've got right now. Inbound for the near sideline for Max Strus. They get it toward midcourt for Mobley to take one dribble and get into the front court right. 2:25 left in the third quarter. Cavs ball up by 13. Mobley out high. Right-hand dribble looking for a back cut with Mitchell, but it's Strus up top instead. Slip past to Mobley, caught it on the right side lane line and got fouled by either Robinson or McBride reaching in. And we'll see if they give Mobley free throws here. Deuce McBride will get his third foul, and they say no, the foul came on the floor, so no free throws for Mobley. 2:16 left in this third quarter. Knicks still have 2 fouls to give. Cavs at the penalty.
The energy just has not returned to what we're accustomed to seeing here in this building in the third.
Mitchell drives right past McBride on the left side, banked the layup. That was blocked by Robinson after it hit glass, so a goaltend. 24 points for Mitchell, 15-point Cavalier lead. Have a whistle and a foul drawn by Mitchell Robinson. He'll take 2 more free throws. He is 1 for 4 so far. 2:09 to go, so you figure this will be his last trip before they hit the final 2 minutes. But a frustrating third quarter continues for the Knicks. They're 5 of 14 since halftime from the field. The Cavaliers are 13 of 22. That's 59%. Robinson misses again.
A big part of that, though, is the Cavs from 3. And it's not actually, they've hit 3, or hold on, let me double check this. They've hit 4 threes in this quarter, 4 of 11, but they're deflating. And so we're back to a familiar, oh God, that's a travel.
It will be called a foul on Clarkson instead as they fought for the rebound after Robinson's second miss. So Cavs have it, 2:07 to go in the third. They're up by 15. The Knicks have scored just 26 points since the 5:24 mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, it's a familiar problem. They're not shooting the 3-ball well, and it is impacting everything, especially their offensive ability to keep up.
Mobley in the far corner. He'll catch and shoot a 3 off the side of the backboard. Rebound Brunson. He wants to run from right to left all the way to the paint. Slips around a charge take attempt from Schroeder and banks it in right-handed. He's got 19. Knicks down 13.
That gives the crowd a little bit of life. If the Knicks can get this thing under 10 before they go to the break, before the quarters, I think they'll feel better.
Schroeder down the lane right side. Layup wouldn't go over Brunson. Rebound tipped by Mobley. Collected by McBride. 95 seconds to go. Third quarter. Brunson right wing crossover. Gets past Strus. Floater in the lane is short. Tip slam from Robinson. Also misses short, but a foul is called. He must have got tackled by somebody. An awkward looking missed dunk.
Oh, man, that would have been a highlight play if he had gotten it to go, but just comes up short in terms of being able to get it up to the rim.
It's actually a foul on Josh Hart. He was grabbing Max Strus after he got the rebound. So free throws for Strus as the Knicks are over the limit. 13-point Cavs lead, 1:28 to go in the third. The last 6 times the Knicks have been eliminated in the playoffs, going back to 2001, and it's been by a lower seed. You just can't take anything for granted, no matter the year, no matter the matchup. Home court advantage has been far from a sure thing for the Knicks as they get deep in these playoffs. And the Cavs have clearly proven they're not going to be rolling over in 4 games. Far from it.
No, that's not happening.
Strus gets both free throws. They lead it 81-66, back to a 15-point lead. Final minute 25 in the third quarter. Brunson at the center court logo. A whistle and a foul committed against Robinson, and because he was setting a screen for Brunson, the Cavs wisely wrap him up. It's not an away from the play foul if he's setting a screen, so they can't call the technical.
It is in the play.
Mike Brown's asking South Foster why is that allowed, I think. Maybe asking about something else, but right now there are way more questions than answers about how the Knicks are lining up here in the third, as Robinson sinks the free throw to the delight of the crowd. Still being outscored 33-21 here in the quarter, but back within 14.
Now this 121, if you will, is an interesting time. No James Harden, who's sort of been the leader of the charge as far as the Knicks double teaming him.
Robinson too strong on the second, so from the line tonight, he is 2 of 8. 1:15 to go in the third quarter. 81-67 Cavs. Right side drive, Mitchell, layup around and down. He got right past Brunson. The Cavs are pushing the attack number 11 button every time down, and it is working wonders. They've got a game-high 16-point lead. Brunson looking to respond. Right side drive, took a bump from Mitchell and missed a bank shot from the far side block. Free throws coming for Brunson, though. He's got 19 points, 5 of 6 from the line, but it has not been a good night for the Knicks captain, at least through 3 quarters. 83-67, Cavs with the lead.
The free throw line is an opportunity for the Knicks to help close this gap, but they're going to have to get there a lot more. It's so coincidental, right? Coming into this game, coming through this week, a lot of the conversation has been about Jalen Brunson getting off the ball, but because the offense have gone dry in this quarter, it's back to a lot of Jalen Brunson on the ball, right? Karl-Anthony Towns has not played in the last 4 minutes for sure of this fourth quarter, so that hub is gone, and then obviously Cleveland is a different defensive team in terms of their ability to defend that offense.
Brunson got the first, missed the second, but then Strus lost the rebound out of bounds left baseline, so the Knicks will keep it. 56 seconds left in the third. They're down 15. 14 on the shot clock, and Karl-Anthony Towns is coming back into the game. And a loud ovation from the Garden crowd as if they've been waiting for this all quarter, as Robinson's been forced to take and miss 6 of 8 free throws.
That'll bring your stats back to earth, that's for sure.
He was 6 of his previous 12 from the line. Inbound to Hart on the high side wing, marked by Strus. Hart did a 1 3-pointer in 5 attempts tonight, and then he threw the ball out of bounds. We are quickly approaching it's not your night territory for the Knicks here in game 1. They give it away for the 13th time, down 15, late third quarter, 42 seconds to go. Mitchell on the right side, tried a behind-the-back pass that went off of Hart's foot, out of bounds near sideline with 12 to shoot and 39 to play.
I must say, I am very surprised with the way that the Knicks have shown tonight.
Brunson's got 20, but Mitchell's got 26. Schroeder right side baseline drive on Brunson, met at the rim by Clarkson. Layup missed off the front rim. Offensive rebound, Strus. 3-pointer, Mitchell right wing, rattled out. Rebound, Towns. That was a big miss. Would have made it an 18-point lead. They did get the 2-for-1 shot attempt at least, so 15 on the Knicks shot clock with 20 now to play. Brunson just across midcourt. Screen on the right from Hardy, rejects it, driving left side. 2 steps toward the lane, strips, and a whistle and a foul called on Schroeder as he got Brunson in the face. Well, 2 free throws for Brunson, 11.9 to go in the third quarter. And they're hoping for a semblance of momentum here late in this third frame. It was a clean strip by Schroeder eventually, but as he came down, apparently he got Brunson in the face. And that was the late whistle from Scott Foster.
Dennis Schroeder was not feeling that call, and nor would you expect him to. Now, you mentioned it. Oof. It's starting to get late early.
Third missed free throw for Jalen Brunson. He's 6 of 9.
For whatever it's worth, Christmas Day involved a comeback by the Knicks to ultimately get that victory. Now, that team did not feature James Harden, which to me has been the centerpiece of the challenges for tonight because of the Knicks sending that double team.
Yeah, Harden's a plus 19, and he's only been credited with 3 assists, but a lot of it is secondary assists.
It would be that good old hockey assist if that was tracked.
I knew you were going to say that.
Is that wrong?
No, everyone says hockey assist, but hockey has a phrase for
what is it called?
Secondary assists.
Boo! I don't know what that means. Hockey assist makes me know it's hockey.
Very bizarre, but everyone does it, so I'm in the minority. Brunson gets the second free throw. 14-point lead for the Cavs. 7 seconds left, third quarter. Mitchell left side drive on Hart, gets to the rim, caught in midair, kicks it to Harden, right angle 3. No. Helpful miss there for the Knicks. If Harden had hit that one, it would have capped off the quarter with a 17-point lead. But after leading by 7 after the first quarter, the Knicks lose the second quarter by 9 and the third quarter by 12. So they trail Cleveland entering the fourth by 14 points in game 1.
Knicks have a lot of work to do, and I don't know if all of a sudden the rhythm is going to shift to allow them to be more efficient from the three-point line, which could be a great equalizer in this ballgame if they suddenly got to it here in the fourth quarter after a 4 of 23 performance from the three-point line. But all the categories that we talked about them needing to take an advantage in are basically even. They've given up 16 points off of their 13 turnovers, and the Cavs have given up 17 points off their 14 turnovers.
This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn more about a limited time deal when you switch to Fios Internet and Verizon Mobile. Bundle and save with Verizon. Cleveland 83, New York 69. This is game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 6/1/2060. Dealer for warranty details.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day 1, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Registration ends next week. Take the test.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Fourth quarter about to begin here in New York. The Knicks trail the Cavaliers by 14 in Game 1. Let's get to the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Maybe the game of the year last night, certainly the game of the playoffs. Spurs beat the Thunder in double overtime in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Victor Wembanyama in single overtime hit a 30-foot three to eventually force double OT. The Spurs take a 1-0 lead on the road. That's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Gift yourself some summer savings at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event with great deals on a capable Kia SUV. Kia, movement that inspires. Knicks have the ball to begin the fourth quarter. Alvarado, Clarkson, McBride, Hart, and Towns. Clarkson, right side drive floater from the far block is off the front rim. Tough shot would not go. And it's Cavalier ball from left to right with Schroeder, Strus, Merrill, Harden, and Mobley.
Josh Hart doing his best to get ball pressure on Schroeder.
Mobley foul line to the left side block, and a left-hand hook wouldn't go over. Good defense from Towns, and now it's Hart in a hurry from right to left. Towns up top, pump fake to trailer three, and traveled apparently.
Yeah, I was just about to say before that travel, the Knicks got to look to get some opportunities on the glass, shots on goal, if you will, before this Cavs defense can load up and wait for them.
On the near sideline is James Harden, pressured by Deuce McBride, screen from Schroeder, top of the key, Harden down the lane, tough floater, short, but a whistle and a foul.
These will be James Harden's first free throws of this basketball game, which is fascinating as a guy that usually finds his way to the free throw line, but the double team in that regard has worked. It just caused the Knicks to give up clean looks elsewhere.
Deuce McBride had his left hand on Harden's right hip. So his first free throw at the basket to our right is good. Landry Shamet is coming into the game. No, he's just pointing out something as he walked all the way down toward the scorer's table on the far sideline. Only 51 seconds gone by in this fourth quarter. It's a 15-point Cavalier lead. Second free throw from Harden is good, and they've matched their largest lead again, up by 16. It's 85-69. Not sure what's more discouraging, the Knicks offense or the Knicks defense. From right to left they go. Alvarado left wing, bounce pass to Towns to the near elbow. Back to Alvarado left wing, pump fake, sidestep. Repost with Towns, faces up on Harden, near side mid-range, rip through move and a baseline drive. Stolen by James Harden. Towns could not get by him. Harden on the right side wing. He lost it at the free throw line to Hart, but then a whistle and a loose ball foul against Cleveland, which I wonder if they'll take a look for a transition take foul, because Jordan Clarkson was off to the races, but it looked like Harden pushed Hart down before he had possession, so a loose ball foul, and the Knicks will take over.
Well, that's the fifth foul for James Harden. I think that's the part that's befuddling as you watch this one. Statistically, there were opportunities that you would have expected the Knicks to take advantage of, and that has not happened tonight as they're down 16. His fifth turnover, excuse me.
4 fouls on Harden, though.
Correct.
Left side drive for Towns, slips in the lane, missed a right-hand layup as he tried to step across 2 smaller defenders but could not finish. Towns stuck on 9 points. Schroeder on the other end. High side wing marked by Alvarado. Screen on the right from Mobley. They go pick and roll. Foul line. Schroeder had it stripped momentarily by Alvarado, but it came loose to Mobley. In the lane on Towns. Zips it right corner. Wide open 3. Sam Merrill missed it short. Hart left him alone, but he couldn't make him pay. Alvarado now off to the races. McBride left wing, ball fake, finds a cutting Hart left baseline underneath the hoop, kick out Clarkson, far corner pump fake, gets to the mid-range and short rim to floater. Whistle and a foul on the rebound, drawn by Towns. Will keep it on this end. And perhaps the earliest fourth quarter substitution, bringing Brunson back into the game we've seen all year. Just 2 minutes gone by. He will check in again. 9:59 to go in the fourth. Alvarado is out. Brunson and Bridges are in, as Hart's taking a breather as well. So it is Brunson, Clarkson, McBride, Bridges, and Towns. Now Donovan Mitchell is going to come back into the game for Sam Merrill. I wonder if the idea is get another ball handler out there and just try to match up against Jalen Brunson, see if he can keep forcing double teams, which led to some wide open looks for the Cavs in that third quarter. Brunson on the right side, arc screen from Towns on the right, far corner Bridges, now back to Brunson, high side wing. Driving in on Mobley, far side block, 2 pump fakes, 3 pump fakes, no bite, and a turnover. Forced to pass to I'm not sure where, but it winds up with Schroeder at the foul line. And it's Harden now near the logo, defended by Towns. What will they do with this mismatch? Right wing, crossover again, step back three-pointer from Harden, off the left side rim, and a rebound for Bridges. Knicks have done better defensively in this quarter, but not much coming on the offensive end. It's a 2-0 lead for the Cavs since the end of the third quarter. Brunson left side drive, layup missed. Rebound Towns, put back is good, and Karl Anthony Towns has finally hit double figures. He's got 11 points and 7 rebounds. Knicks back within 14.
So there's all types of stats that we could look at this point in the ballgame as Deuce McBride gets called for a foul on the dribble penetration by Donovan Mitchell. Oh, man, the Cavs are 28-1 this season when entering the fourth quarter with a double-digit lead. That includes the playoffs. Do you know what the one loss was?
What?
Here on Christmas Day versus New York.
That makes sense.
Yep, when they lost 126-124. On the flip side of that, the Knicks are a part of a group of 9 teams that have come back from double-digit leads multiple times this season in the fourth quarter. But I tell you what, something's got to happen soon for the New York Knicks.
A fifth three-pointer might help there. 4 of 23 from downtown. Deuce McBride picked up his 5th foul. He's coming out. Landry Shamet checks in. Harden right side block, pump fake on Bridges. Left-hand layup. No, great contest from Mikal Bridges. Rebound Towns. Brunson, top of the key. Front court left, finds Bridges right wing. Step to the lane. Tough lefty layup is blocked by Mobley. He'll get the rebound. Now it's Schroeder. To the trailer, Mitchell, left wing crossover, double team Brunson and Shamet, almost lost it, finds Schroeder wide open, far baseline, Dean Wade in the right corner, his three-pointer is good, and he got fouled by Clarkson, 4-point play opportunity. 8:39 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a game-high 17-point lead for the Cavs, and a free throw coming up for Dean Wade.
Wow, the Knicks are really making me eat my words in terms of this group's focus and rust not being something that you had to really be locked in on. They have looked rusty if I have ever seen a team look rusty. But I think the other part of it, though, too, is the Cavs have come in with a real game plan. And the double team, they were 5 of 11, the Cavs were. 5 of 11 on the opportunities where the Knicks sent the double team. It's not been effective.
Dean Wade gets the free throw. So the 17-point comeback we've mentioned a couple of times from Christmas, they're going to have to do one better. Knicks are down by 18. 8.5 to go as Towns drives the right side lane, and he missed a layup after getting around Mobley. Nothing is dropping right now for the Knicks. Schroeder, left elbow, zips it right. 3 from the wing for Mitchell, got it. The Cavs have a 21-point lead with 8:15 to go in the fourth quarter, and unless something changes in a hurry, they're going to steal game 1 on the road here in the Eastern Conference Finals. Bridges left wing. He'll catch and shoot a 3.
Goodness.
Did he just, where did that one land? It didn't go in.
Backboard.
The bottom left corner of the backboard?
Exactly that.
Well, he missed. Schroeder up top, passes right for Harden. Slips toward the lane, got around Towns, who reached in and fouled him. With 7:52 to go in the fourth quarter. 92-71. Cleveland with the lead. They brought in Brunson, the Knicks did. Almost in desperation how early he entered the game again when he usually gets about 4 or 5 minutes off to begin the fourth quarter. It has not gone well since then. They're down 9-2 in this fourth. And the way the Cavs have looked since halftime, it's a wonder how they were down by 11 halfway through the second quarter as Harden gets the free throw. 7:52 to go in the fourth. It's a 22-point Cavalier lead.
Now, here's the deal. A series is a long stretch of basketball games, and there's a lot left to play. I do see a fundamental issue if the Knicks continue to double-team James Harden in particular. That seems to be problematic. I expect the shooting to improve and to get back to who the Knicks have been during the course of the regular season and this postseason. Tonight was just an awful night, offensively and defensively, quite frankly, for the Knicks so far.
Well, Harden missed the second free throw, so Knicks ball down 22. Brunson slips inside and hits a right-hand floater from just outside the restricted area. Back to a 20-point game, 7:37 to go. Brunson's got 23. Mitchell near midcourt, pass to him from Schroeder, tipped out of bounds by Shamet, far sideline. Mitchell went down, no call. They will keep it, though, the Cavs, with 15 to shoot, 7:29 to play. As Mitchell slowly across the timeline, Shamet guarding him. They'll reject the screen from Schroeder. Takes Shamet to the far side elbow, picked up his dribble, pump fake. Shamet stays down in, and Obi lost his balance on the far side off a pass to Mobley, and then he ran over Landry Shamet on the baseline spin move. They'll call the offensive foul. Knicks will take over.
Outstanding defense by Landry Shamet. Gets his feet set, draws a charge with no question, absorbs that contact right to the chest.
Max Strus will come into the game for Dennis Schroeder. Knicks have Brunson, Bridges, Shamet, Anunoby, and Towns. So Shamet playing in place of Josh Hart, who is a minus 20 in the game, 1 of 5 from 3. But 13 points. Brunson out high, defended by Harden. Crossover, left elbow. Leaner in the lane is blocked by Harden. Towns has it. Kick out to Shamet, and he drains a left wing three. So Karl Anthony Towns kept that play alive, dishes out his 5th assist, and the Knicks are back within 17.
Now, there were some incredible late swings over the course of the Cavs and Pistons series as well, but can the Knicks find enough offensively and enough continuity defensively to make that happen here? Oh, God.
Mitchell, an incredible footwork move to get rid of Bridges at the top of the key, but then as he got caught in the paint, he chucked the ball out of bounds near sideline. That'll bring us to immediate timeout, 6:41 to go in the fourth quarter. 17 turnovers for Cleveland, but the Knicks are still down by 17 points. 6:41 left in this game. It is game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks and Cavaliers. You're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, ThriveWell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a ThriveWell location near you. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever. Meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Welcome to basketball's biggest stage.
Somebody will reach basketball immortality.
Welcome to the NBA Finals.
That's basketball at its finest.
This is about more than a game, more than a series. This is about legacy.
You are watching what greatness is all about.
Tune in to see who performs under the brightest lights and who writes their way into history. The 2026 NBA Finals begin Wednesday, June 3rd on ABC.
6:41 to go in the fourth quarter. Knicks down by 17 in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. That Knicks timeout was sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn more about a limited time deal when you switch to Fios Internet and Verizon Mobile. Bundle and save with Verizon. Well, the Knicks have trailed by as many as 22 in this quarter, but they got a Jalen Brunson floater and a Landry Shamet three-pointer off of Karl Anthony Towns' offensive rebound. He's got another double-double, Cat. That was Shamet's first basket, and it feels life-sustaining for the Knicks. The crowd got back into it before a Donovan Mitchell turnover, and the Knicks will have the ball down 17 with 6:41 remaining in game one.
It is not impossible, and I like what Landry Shamet has brought. He's brought a little offense and defense. He hit that three, drew a charge. Those are the type of plays that got him his spot in the rotation before he had to navigate some injuries. But you got to make it's do or die now for the New York Knicks. And mostly, your defense has to be able to stand tall to get stops as you figure it out offensively.
Once again, it is Shamet in for Hart, playing with the other four starters: Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns. Initially, it was McBride playing with the other four starters, but he picked up his fifth foul not long ago. Knicks ball from right to left, down 17, 6.5 to go in game one. Brunson, top of the arc, crosses over Harden, hop step in the lane, pump fake, pass to a cutting Towns, and an acrobatic reverse layup is good off glass. He wanted a foul, but it's a 15-point game, 6:20 to go. Towns with 13 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Mitchell slowly dribbling toward the left wing. Brunson takes him one-on-one. They do not double team here. That did not work at all in the third quarter. Harden on the right wing, marked by Bridges. 2 to shoot. Right corner step back two-pointer, around and out, rebound Towns. Halfway through the fourth quarter, the Knicks are not done yet. 7-0 run after being down by 22. It's a 15-point game.
You've talked about this a lot through this postseason. I thought Mikal Bridges has been really good defensively. That was the way I anticipated the Knicks guarding.
Brunson hits a left-hand driving layup off glass around Dean Wade. 13-point game on a 9-0 run.
This defense has to continue to do their best to stay connected and to be smart.
Brunson runs over Mitchell out near midcourt. They will call him for his fourth foul.
I don't know what that was about.
And he ran over Harden, rather. And he heard Monica's frustration when she said the word smart, because that is the fifth foul on the Knicks. That's free throws for James Harden. He is an 84% foul shooter in the playoffs. 88% from the line for the regular season, but this one misses. Hard off back iron with 5:36 to go in the fourth. 93 to 80. Cavs with the lead.
I think the question of why you would or would not challenge that one, unfortunately, I think it's pretty clear that Brunson disrupts the speed, rhythm, and balance of a cutting or just moving James Harden, so it's not much to look at there.
Second one rattles in for Harden. 13 points for him. He's 4 of 6 from the line. 14-point Cleveland lead, 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Brunson, right side arc, crosses over Harden, crossover again to the right hand, pump fake, far side block, and a tough leaner is good for Jalen Brunson. He was falling out of bounds, wanted a foul, but no call.
I tell you what, Tyler, I don't want to see him looking for calls. Get back and figure out what it looks like to defend, because that's what this team needs to do to close this 12-point gap.
27 points for Brunson, 12-point game. It's an 11-1 run. They're right back in it. Foul line Mobley. One dribble underneath for Allen, and a rise to the rim. He got fouled by Anunoby. And free throws coming for Jarrett Allen.
It just seems every time they go to the double team, and literally that double team drew the two worst defenders on the floor for the Knicks, Towns and Brunson. They're just at an incredible disadvantage on the back end.
You can certainly say that they are paying a ton of respect to James Harden, who definitely deserves it. As Allen rattles out the first free throw. And this Cavs team has struggled from the line in the playoffs. They're 16 of 22 today. But with the playoff resume of James Harden, I almost think you have to make him prove he can beat you first.
Yeah, make him show you that he's not afraid of the moment, of the pressure, game one, on the road, all of that.
Allen misses another. That one off the front rim. 5 minutes to go. 12-point game. Not quite crunch time yet. But the Knicks on an 11-1 run, hoping to get there soon. From right to left they go. Brunson, top of the arc, one-on-one against Harden. Between the legs dribble, foul line, pull-up jumper. It's good. Jalen Brunson has finally found the range He's got 8 points in the fourth quarter. It's a 10-point game with 4:49 to go.
Can the Knicks as a team find the defense, though?
94-84. Mitchell left wing. Drives on Shamet far side. Foul line Mobley. Spins on Towns. Not going anywhere. Out to Harden right wing. 5 to shoot. Right hand dribble. Crossover to his left. Step back three-pointer. Way off. Air ball out of bounds. Right baseline. Nick Ball. 4:20 left. 94-84. And the Garden is alive again.
Evan Mobley lost a shoe on that play. He's putting it back on now before things get back into rhythm.
It was a 22-point Cavalier lead just 3.5 minutes ago. It's a 10-point game now. Brunson up top again. Picking on James Harden once more to the foul line. Right elbow leans in. Tough floater. Banked it in. Jalen Brunson cannot miss right now. A 10-point fourth quarter. It's an 8-point game with 3:57 to go.
If I don't see Jalen Brunson in a bank commercial sometime soon, somebody's doing it wrong.
Top of the arc, Mitchell. Step back. Right wing three over Shamet. In and out. Rebound Towns. 3:44 left. Knicks ball down by 8. Brunson across the foul timeline. Screen from Bridges sets him up against Harden. Behind the back, right wing, off the dribble three. He got it! Jalen Brunson is not human right now. It's a 5-point game with 3:30 to go, and Kenny Atkinson calls timeout.
What an incredible turnaround. We talked about the way Jalen Brunson has started game ones in this postseason in both series, looking to make a statement. Well, it's the fourth quarter this time instead of in the first quarter, but when the bell was rung, he answered the call. Now, having said all that, there's still a lot of work left to do. The Knicks don't have a lead yet, and there's 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. It seems that the double team of James Harden at this point is out, or at least it might be a sporadic call, and the Knicks maybe are playing with fate a little bit in terms of the free throw shooting of the Cavs tonight. They are 16 of 23 from the free throw line. Everybody else has to step up, though, and support Jalen Brunson. No, can't turn the ball over. Got to be sound defensively. Got to get defensive rebounds.
It's an 18-1 Knicks run in just under 5 minutes, and Jalen Brunson has 11 consecutive points. This Knicks timeout is sponsored by Verizon. Hustle over to your local Verizon store to learn more about a limited time deal when you switch to Fios Internet and Verizon Mobile. Bundle and save with Verizon. Cavs 94, Knicks 89. Cleveland has nothing but a Jarrett Allen free throw over the past 3 minutes. It's a brand new ball game here at Madison Square Garden. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals continues next. New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York, and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Jalen Brunson has outscored the Cavaliers 13-11 in this fourth quarter. 11 points in a row for the Knicks captain. They're on an 18-1 run, and from down 22 points 4 minutes ago, they're back within 5 in the opening game of the Eastern Conference Finals. Sam Merrill, top of the key for the Cavs, finds Mobley right corner, back to Merrill near wing. To the foul line he goes, middle of the paint, pump fake on Bridges, out to Mobley for a right wing three, and he buries it. Huge three-pointer for Evan Mobley, and that silences the crowd for now. It's an 8-point game.
That's a big basket, obviously, but the Knicks went back to that double team, and they're put at a disadvantage.
Anunoby up top, pump fake, drive down the lane, pump fake again on Allen, who went up and then came back down on Anunoby, so 2 free throws for OG with 2:54 to go in the fourth quarter. It was the double team again, huh?
Yeah, I mean, so they went after Mitchell, hold on, let me get my word, Donovan Mitchell. They shadowed him, but just enough. Sam Merrill, then the ball moves, right? They got out of the double team decently. They were defending one-on-one, but Sam Merrill gets to the paint. Defense has to collapse, and he kicks back out to the big. It's sort of inverted, right? Mobley sitting on the wing as Anunoby knocks down his first free throw.
First free throw of the game and of the last 2 weeks.
It's also the Knicks' first free throws here in this fourth quarter.
Second foul shot. Back rim, no. Anunoby knew it right away. Couldn't track down the rebound. Whistle and a foul against Sam Merrill. Anunoby's hustle pays off. Knicks were barking for that foul from the far sideline, and it will stay on this end of the floor. 97-90. Knicks down 7. 2:53 remaining in the fourth quarter. Landry Shamet playing with the starters. Josh Hart is seated on the bench for now. Can they keep Brunson rolling? Far sideline inbound comes to Anunoby on the right wing. A hand back to Brunson, defended by Merrill. Brunson double teamed by Harden. Far side baseline. Brunson under the hoop now. Bounce past Bridges, left corner. Dribble to the near elbow across the paint now to the far side. Foul line extended. 2 to shoot. Step back right wing three. Bridges got it. End of the shot clock. Mikal Bridges makes it a 4-point game with 2.5 to go.
All right, this defense has to lock in now. Landry Shamet with the assignment of guarding Donovan Mitchell. It doesn't look like this team is going to double team with this lineup. It's a hard swap. There's a double.
Merrill up top. Ball fake. Passes left to Harden. He'll step into a long three. Back rim. Rebound available for Shamet at the foul line. 2:13 to go. Knicks ball down 4. It is Brunson into the front court left. Right wing, Merrill and Harden double team. Anunoby up top. Pump fakes a three. Down the lane, looking around, and a whistle and a foul called against Karl Anthony Towns with 2:01 to go. The Knicks turn it over, down by 4.
I don't understand. I just don't understand on the part of Karl Anthony Towns. Why? Why? You're not slick. You're the biggest thing on the floor. You're not slick. Just play ball straight up within the parameters of the game.
Mitchell, right elbow. Scoop shot with the right hand. Banked off the rim, but then tipped in by Allen. It hung on the front rim and dropped. 6-point lead for Cleveland. 1:51 to go. Still time for the Knicks. Brunson, left side point. Bounce pass Anunoby. Wide open, straight on three. Off the left side rim. Rebound Mobley. Now the margin of error is 0. 99-93. Cavs with the lead. 1:30 to go. Foul line, Mobley, pull-up, jumper, too strong, rebound, tipped by Anunoby. Brunson's got it. Down 6, 1:24 left. Brunson, right wing, double team, Merrill and Harden. Back toward midcourt, Brunson right wing again. Steps back, finds Bridges, far corner three-pointer, hits again. 2 clutch threes from Mikal Bridges, and it's a one-possession game, 99-96.
I love the energy of Landry Shamet picking up Donovan Mitchell full court, doing his best to move those puppies.
1:05 to go in the fourth. Right elbow, floater, Mitchell, blocked by Towns. Loose ball tipped out of bounds off of Mitchell, and the Knicks have it back down 3 with 1 minute to go in game 1.
You know that Dean Wade is going to face guard Jalen Brunson. He's going to be poised. get the ball back. Mikal Bridges has knocked down 2 threes. I like the momentum. Everybody just needs to be smart on this play.
Brunson to the near side arc. Double team left wing. Anunoby up top wide open. Finds Shamet far corner. Three-pointer for the tie. He got it off the back rim and in. Shamet with the soft touch, and we're tied at 99 with 41 seconds to go.
I admire that young man so much. When his name has been called, though, he stepped up on both sides of the ball in this fourth quarter. Shamet, that is.
Harden foul line, fade away, rolled around and in. Stepping back over Brunson off the dribble. It's 101-99, 27 seconds to go. Brunson, right wing, far side baseline, all the way to the cup, floater, off the window and in to tie the game at 101, 19.3 to go. 2 timeouts left for both sides. Will Kenny Atkinson use his?
Mikal Bridges is face guarding James Harden. He's got to be careful not to get caught up in a foul bait sort of move.
He will not use the timeout. Tie game, 7 seconds left. Harden behind the back barrel, straight on three-pointer, around and out with 1 second left. Bridges catches, launches. Timeout was attempted to be called by Brown as the shot missed short. He wanted the timeout. Jim Capers will not give it to him, but the Knicks are thrilled to be still playing this game. They have erased a 22-point deficit with the final 7.5 minutes of the fourth quarter, and we are going to overtime with the score tied 101-101.
After 3 quarters that really made you question, the Knicks put up 32 points in the fourth and hold Cleveland to just 8 points behind a 15-point effort by Jalen Brunson in the fourth alone. But of course, it is the 12 points between Mikal Bridges and Landry Shamet on huge threes that get you to this moment. Now, as you head into overtime with both teams starting to deal with some fatigue, is this when you begin to have the conversation about a 7-game series versus time off, and now a team that has found themselves as far as their shooting is concerned? In that fourth quarter, the Knicks actually shot 71% from the three-point line, which was nowhere to be found earlier in that ball game.
Wow. I'm also a little surprised they didn't give the Knicks a timeout there, but they will certainly settle for an extra life. Down 22. 18-1 run, and then the 11 straight points from Jalen Brunson. They end the fourth quarter on a 30-6 run. We do have some time for points in the paint, brought to you by Boost Mobile. The Knicks, in regulation anyway, outscored the Cavs 56-38 in the painted area. That's points in the paint, brought to you by Boost Mobile. Don't overpay. Get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month, forever, for life, for real. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds.
Man, this is the way that team was able to respond. Because, Tyler, I don't know about you, but I was ready to be like, all right, well, that's not how you wanted it to start. But that fourth quarter response, led by Jalen Brunson, who refused to be denied, it's sort of coincidental. No, I think ironic is the appropriate word. As much as we have discussed the new offense that was so effective in the last 2 series, when it came down to it, this looks a lot like the team from the last couple of years who happened to have a guy who won a Clutch Player of the Year award who showed up big in the fourth quarter to lead the charge.
I'll give you a lenient definition of ironic there for sure.
That's not ironic?
The fact that Jalen Brunson is a clutch player?
No, the fact that everybody wants to focus on the new offense, and this has looked very much like the old offense.
I will give it to you. That is ironic.
All right, there we go. Shout out to words. We like words.
I'll add one more.
Tell me.
The Knicks have talked this week about the lessons they learned from closing games, letting games slip away late. Game 2 against Atlanta this year. Of course, game 1 of the conference finals last year. And you figured the mentality was, let's get up big and make sure we hold on. But in the end, it's the Knicks that had to play the role of the team coming from behind. They show a side-by-side replay of Bridges with the ball and Brown with the timeout call into regulation.
The timeout dance that just was ignored.
And the Knicks, of course, when you call a timeout, you get to advance the ball to the front court. They really should have had about a second to inbound and try for a game winner. Instead, 5 minutes on the clock. Center court jump ball, and Towns wins it from Jared Allen. 101-101. One team has had 8 days off. The other has played every other day for 3 weeks. And we have overtime. Anunoby tried to posterize James Harden, but his 2-hand jam was off the back rim. But a foul called on the beard. And 2 free throws for OG Anunoby. And don't forget, toward the end of regulation, Anunoby hit one free throw, missed the second, but then hustled after his miss and drew a loose ball foul. Knicks got points out of that possession, and of course, they're not here in overtime without that effort.
It's so good to see that he's healthy.
First free throw is good for Anunoby.
Woo, what a game. This has been fun.
At the basket to our left, he gets both. So the Knicks start off the overtime with a 2-point lead, 103-101. Landry Shamit's game-tying triple made it 99-99. Then Harden and Brunson traded baskets to make it 101-101 heading to overtime. Mobley, the foul line.
Picked up his dribble, he's stuck.
Looking to hand
Don't
up to
foul,
Merrill,
Cat.
couldn't get there. Towns does not foul. He bounces it to Harden, though. Top of the key, Harden, left elbow. Picked up his dribble. Merrill up top. 3 into the shot clock. Waved off by Scott Foster. He missed it anyway. Knicks force a turnover. They'll get the ball back up by 2 with 4:21 to go in overtime.
That was an outstanding defensive possession. Mobley sort of put himself in a bad spot by picking up his dribble, but the Knicks did a really good job of acknowledging, not staying, trying to double team. They didn't have to switch because the dribble was dead.
Brunson gets the Harden matchup again. Out high, right-hand crossover, foul line. Harden on his hip floater, and the lane is good, and Jalen Brunson gives the Knicks a 4-point lead. 1 minute gone by in overtime.
Starting to open up the pages of the cookbook, LT, because James Harden might be in the cookbook.
Brunson has 38. Mitchell dotted line, pump fake, leans in, righty layup, no, and then tipped by Anunoby to keep it away from Allen. Brunson into the front court left. 3:40 to go in overtime. Knicks ball up by 4. Brunson taking his time at center court. He's got Harden again. Top of the key. Couple of crossovers between the legs to the right hand. Step back, long 2-pointer. Whistle and a foul. They're going to call a push off on Brunson. Harden flung his body all the way to the foul line. Brunson looking over at the Knick bench, asking for a challenge. No, he did push off with that left hand, and the Knicks will not challenge.
Wow, James Harden with a different type of flop.
3.5 to go in overtime. Cavs have not scored yet. Knicks by 4. Mobley left point. A catch and shoot. Wide open 3. In and out. Rebound Anunoby. He's been big on the glass here in overtime. Able to box out Allen again. And take it himself across the timeline. 3:08 to go. Knicks were down by 22. Brunson, left elbow, finds Anunoby. Left wing pump fake. Baseline drive. Muscles past Mobley. And banks in a left-hand layup for a 6-point overtime lead.
It has been a slower offensive performance as OG Anunoby is finding his rhythm. That's his second basket of the night, but a big one indeed.
Harden tries to foul bait and succeeds, but the foul came before the shot.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges reached in left wing, and Harden flung the ball at the basket, but it'll be a foul on the floor. 2:46 left in the overtime. 107-101. Knicks with the lead, and they have not given up a point yet since the end of the fourth quarter. Both conference final openers have gone to overtime. It took 2 OTs last night in Oklahoma City. Merrill, left side wing, backs up toward midcourt. Now it's Harden at the center court logo. 5 to shoot. 1-on-1 with Brunson. Steps back for a straight on 3. Missed it wide right. Anunoby another rebound. Brunson's alone. Long outlet. Sets up far corner. Now he drives baseline on Mitchell. Killing some clock here. 2:22 left in overtime. All the way back to midcourt to drain some more time. 107-101. 8 to shoot. 2:14 to play. Double team. Anunoby left wing. Bounces to the elbow, all the way to the rim, then stripped out of bounds. Mobley tipped it off Anunoby's leg, and the Knicks give it away, 107-101. 2:08 to go. Knicks by 6. Mitchell passes right to Mobley. Sets up for an open 3. Front rim miss. Rebound tipped by Merrill. It comes to Anunoby. He's got 4 rebounds in overtime. Brunson, left wing. Finds Shamet, wide open right wing 3, buries it! Landry Shamet, it could be the overtime dagger, and a 9-point Knick lead with 1:49 to go in overtime.
I'm so happy for that young man. I mean, this team is fantastic. A bunch of great guys, but Landry Shamet in particular, the roller coaster ride that was his regular season, playing great, getting injured, coming back, not playing. I mean, the image of him getting shots up in the aftermath of the Atlanta games when he wasn't a part of the rotation sticks in my mind. And boy, has he shown up big tonight.
The Knicks' largest playoff comeback win happened last year 3 different times. They beat the Celtics twice by 20 after trailing by 20 rather. And then they beat the Pacers in game 3 after trailing by 20.
Yeah. I think
down by 22 tonight.
Yeah, to me, this team, we talked about it a lot earlier today. What does it look like to have veteran poise? And I think the way that they've responded in the fourth quarter is a demonstration of exactly that. They've done such a great job of supporting one another and coming up big when it counts. I mean, talk about the maturity not to hang your head at all after an abysmal start 3 quarters into this ball game. They did an outstanding job, and obviously it's led by Jalen Brunson, but Landry Shamet, Mikal Bridges late in this overtime, and then this defense as a collective, even in the overtime period, or excuse me, in the fourth quarter, Karl-Anthony Towns, for some of his mistakes tonight, he did have 7 rebounds, and that was very important to eliminating second chance opportunities for this Cleveland Cavaliers squad so that the Knicks can get down on the other end and continue to close the gap. They've got to maintain their connectivity here defensively and be smart.
Inbound to Strus, left wing 3, buried it in front of Anunoby. And in front of that Cavs bench on the far sideline. So, not done yet. First basket of overtime for the Cavs comes with 1:48 to go, or 1:45 to go, and the Knicks will take timeout. 6-point game, 110-104.
Ooh-wee.
Maybe not quite the dagger yet from Landry Shamet.
Nope. And I don't expect this Cavs squad to go away. We talked about it in the third quarter. If they are, coming out of a 7-game series, all they want to do is steal one here. And how devastating would it be for them if they are unable to complete that task here in game 1? They have shown tonight that when they spread the floor as Strus comes off the bench and hits a cold one right there, that they like the chances that they have with their shooters. So the Knicks have to continue to stay attached and make sure that they are contesting without fouling. I'm sure that part of this timeout is how are we guarding and what are we doing offensively. I thought last night in that terrific Spurs-Thunder game, the Thunder lost themselves a little bit down the stretch in regulation, and ultimately there were 2 possessions that I think cost them the ball game if they had been better judgments of time and score. And so here for the Knicks with 1:45 to go, obviously that's still a lot of time to play, but you want to make sure you're taking quality shots, really testing this Cavaliers defense, and of course not turning the basketball over. Dean Wade is not on the floor. That's Sam Merrill. So they went with their shooting lineup if you look at what the Cavs are doing. So it's Merrill, Harden, Mobley, Strus, and Mitchell, with Strus drawing the assignment of guarding Jalen Brunson. This is a moment to me where Karl-Anthony Towns can be really smart because I think he's got an advantage versus Evan Mobley, as does OG Anunoby versus James Harden.
Shamet will stay out there, as he has essentially since the start of the fourth quarter. Knicks ball from right to left, up by 6. 100 seconds to go in overtime. Brunson, left wing, pressured by Strus. Anunoby up top, looking for a handoff back to Brunson. Gets it to him left wing, left elbow, leans in for a floater. Back rim, tipped by Towns, and he draws a foul. The hustle plays the Knicks have made, especially on the glass, have put them on the brink of a historic comeback win. 90 seconds to go, 6-point lead. Knicks wanted free throws there, but loose ball foul instead.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson has been so automatic in the paint. I'm shocked that that ball didn't find its way through the nylon.
It'll be Shamet again to inbound. 110-104. 1:30 to go. Inbound comes to Brunson. 10 to shoot. 1:27 to play and counting. Marked by Strus. Left wing, top of the key, bounce pass Anunoby. Right wing, pump fake. Finds Bridges far corner, but before the shot went up, we have a whistle and a foul against Max Strus, and that will send Anunoby to the free throw line with 1:19 to go. Knicks by 6.
The Knicks obviously will take that. OG Anunoby at the free throw line. He's an 83% free throw shooter.
And he backrooms the first.
Is that my fault?
I'm guessing there are some fans out there who are upset. But all he has to do is make this one to make it a 3-possession game.
I tell you what, it seems like an afterthought that OG Anunoby, we thought he might be on a minutes restriction in this one. He has played 33 minutes so far in this ballgame as he gets the second to go.
That's a big one. 117-104 with 1:19 to go. Knicks have a 7-point lead in overtime.
Did you hit the like button? Come on, hit the like button. And subscribe too. Join the family.
1:09 to go. 17 to shoot. They're going to kill most of that shot clock. Brunson tried to bounce it past to the foul line for Bridges. It was kicked by Merrill, and that will put 5 seconds back on the shot clock.
So the Cavs are heavily shading, right? They're not committing to a straight-up double team, but they are heavily shading, which is why Merrill's in position to kick this basketball. Which, to your point, shot clock goes back to 14. Not necessarily what you want if you're the Cavs, although it is disruptive. And now it is Strus on Brunson straight up. I'm sure Brunson's going to run off a screen here.
He will to get loose to midcourt. And the pass goes to the far sideline. Got rid of Strus off a jab step. To the right elbow in the paint. Anunoby, top of the key. He'll launch a 3. Ooh. Air ball, wide right, out of bounds, left baseline. 51.5 to go. Knicks 111. Cavs 104. It's Harden into the front court right. To the foul line around Brunson. Over the head hook pass to Mobley underneath. He dropped it, and it comes to Anunoby. He got fouled by Strus or Mobley. 39.7 to go. And the Knicks can taste it now from down 22. They've got a 7-point lead, and free throws coming for Anunoby.
What great instincts defensively. Literally, this is the tale of 3 quarters versus 1 quarter in an overtime period. I mean, the Cavs have been so effective at driving into the paint and either kicking it out to a shooter or dishing it down to a big. And that time, the Knicks do an outstanding job of collapsing and disrupting what would have been an easy 2.
First free throw for Anunoby. Got it. 8-point lead. 39.7 to go.
Man, as we look back at some of the stats coming out of this ball game, Jalen Brunson targeted James Harden during this run 6 out of 10. He was 6 of 10 when Harden was his primary scorer through that 4th quarter comeback.
Anunoby gets both. It's a 9-point Knick lead in overtime. 40 seconds left. Inbound to Mobley. Defended by Anunoby, now to the right wing. Anunoby reaching in, and he will foul him. But the Knicks had 1 to give. 35 seconds remain. 113-104. Near sideline, Harden looking. Bounce pass to midcourt for Mitchell. Leaning a right wing 3. Air ball short, out of bounds right baseline. And the Knicks will take over, up by 9 with 31 seconds to go.
It looks like the Knicks are also going to get a substitution in here. Karl Anthony Towns will come back on the floor for Josh Hart. This place is going to be delirious if the Knicks finish this next 30.9 seconds without incident.
Mitchell fouled Anunoby immediately on the inbound, so they'll get to go all the way down court for a couple of free throws. And it feels like the rest is elementary for the Knicks if they can just hit a couple more. Mitchell just airballed a 3. It is 113-104 New York. 29.4 to go in game 1. The Jalen Brunson eruption in the 4th quarter swung this game. 15 points, 7 of 9 from the field, and at one point he scored 11 in a row.
All off the glass. Well, he might have had 1 3 in there. I got to go back and track that exactly. But he was automatic using the glass.
He had exactly 1 3.
During that 11-point run? It
Yes.
was 1 3. Yeah, see, there you go. I was watching. But I was just so impressed because you know me. I'm going to use the glass kind of girly.
That's right. And Anunoby gets both free throws. 11-point Knick lead. And if you can believe it, this matches their largest lead of the night. Mobley, right wing triple, in and out. Brunson gets the rebound. Strus will chase him down. Mobley reached in, but they will not get the foul call. 1 second separating shot clock and game clock, but the Knicks are going to pull this thing off. Brunson holds the ball to the far sideline near midcourt. He's squatting over the basketball almost in disbelief, certainly out of exhaustion, as he has helped carry the Knicks to a historic comeback win. Shot clock expires. Harden will inbound. And that is it for game one. The Knicks just became the fourth team in the play-by-play era to win a playoff game after trailing by 20 points in the fourth quarter. It's the biggest comeback win in Knicks franchise history in the playoffs. They were down by 22 with 7.5 to go, and they storm back to force overtime and win game one, 115-104. And they take a 1-0 lead in the Eastern Conference Finals over the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Jalen Brunson finishes with a 38-point night, a 15-point fourth quarter, going nuclear, as they say, refusing to miss out on the opportunity to win a game one in the Eastern Conference Finals again. This is just so incredible. This is his 16th 35-point playoff game as a Knick.
But Landry Shamet came into the game at the start of the fourth quarter, and he closed out this thing for the Knicks with that big game-tying three. Made it 99-99. Landry Shamet, an incredible game. Can you take us through the fourth quarter and overtime, how you guys pulled this off?
Man, just you got to play 48 minutes, especially at this point in the year, you know, and where the NBA is at. No games out of hand, and we got a group that just we didn't even flinch. We kept fighting. The beauty of it is we're right on to the next one. Got 3 more to go. Man, hell of a win. We were connected, played our asses off, played hard, and found a way to get a great comeback win.
All right, Landry, so one of the talking points tomorrow morning will be 3 quarters worth of rust, I think it's fair to say. What happened in the fourth quarter?
Honestly, I thought we were pretty good to start. We were a little rusty in the first quarter, but, you know, our activity defensively, we were pretty good given, you know, they were missing some shots, but I thought we were pretty good to start and had a little bit of a lull there in the middle part of the game, and about halfway through the fourth, you know, we kind of found a way to turn it on, get some stops, let that fuel us into the offensive end, and you know, when we're getting stops, we're able to play faster, play a better brand of basketball for ourselves, and you know, that's what we were able to do.
For you, Landry, a huge 6 points in that fourth quarter period, helping to get it to overtime. 9 points you finished with on the night. But Landry, your season has been up and down, right? Like you've had terrific moments, navigated the injury, came back. I keep thinking back to the moment that you got out on the court in Atlanta and got extra shots up after the game. What can you say about being ready to answer the call when you were called upon tonight?
You know, that's the NBA. You know, I would say it's been 8 years of highs and lows, and I think a lot of other guys would be able to attest and say the same thing for themselves. So that's part of this game, this league, and, you know, I'm just trying to do my best to help my team get wins.
Well, you did that, Landry.